the in-between, the ups, the downs, the curves and the rounds. I bring it to your city or your hometown. I go back in time when the feeling was fine, when funkin' was legal and it wasn't a crime. Party people lined up and down the way, a bigger celebration than your birthday. Funkin' up the neighborhood, I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. And I have seen the world pristine, funk you up in the bushes, funk you down in the trees. Now look around, all the frowns, the yellow, the white, the red and the brown. And keep in mind, it never costs a dime, 'cause funkin' is free, I remember the time. Now look today, the streets are gray, time to take it back to yesterday. Funkin' in the neighborhood, I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. It was good in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood, I felt full 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Da, 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 da.
And we're live.
And we are back.
We're back. Welcome to the Underdog Journey. I'm with this guy is David, and we don't talk politics on this show, so we don't have very much to talk about today.
No, we don't. I mean, last week was probably about the worst I think I've ever been on the show. But yeah, we don't talk politics.
So David, how are you doing today? I got to ask you. How are you doing today?
Well, let's see here. Well, under the advice of my attorney, I will invoke my right under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution to refrain from answering your questions.
It's going to be a fun show.
Oh, that was a good one. I've been waiting all of at least 10 minutes to read that joke online.
There you go.
If you don't get it, then you absolutely live under a rock. But if you do get it, you should actually be laughing right now because that's funny.
Laughing and crying at the same time.
The last time we seen somebody do something that ridiculous. I believe it was when the mafia was in front of the court.
Oh my god.
Um, you know, back in the day. So, um, but I'm home.
You're fine. Yeah, you're home.
I'm
You're at
home.
home
Yeah, I'm
base. You're
home.
not traveling.
I've been home for almost 2 weeks, man.
That's
Two
you got to
weeks.
be. It's got to be driving you crazy. That's rare for you.
Um, it's been nice actually. It's been very nice. There are people that live in this house with me. One of them says they're my wife. A couple of them, are kids. Um, and they seem cool. They seem
There's
cool.
actual people like that live in your house when you're not there.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. There's people that live in my house. It's wild. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm back here. I was supposed to actually be in Virginia. What is today? Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Yeah, I was supposed to be in Virginia today, and that got canceled. And I'll tell you, I did not fight very hard to keep that.
Right.
So we'll do it another time. But I did not fight very hard to say, hey, let me hop on a plane in the morning and then fly back in the evening.
Well, speaking of
So
your postponed travel arrangements, thank you for doing the show tonight, because I don't remember that conversation at all.
So, for all of our viewers out there, you guys will recall from last week's adventures, Wes and I had made a decision because of the travel, that we would do the show on Friday night
I don't
to
remember this at all.
correspond with one of his birthdays, right? And so I eat dinner tonight. Um, feeling good, or maybe it was just before dinner. I think the kids were cooking, and it was just before dinner, and I'm sitting at the couch. I'm sitting on the couch, and I happen to pick up the phone, and I fire up Facebook because here I'm going to go doom scroll, and I'm like, cool. Oh, the Underdog Journey, cool. Wait a minute, that's us.
Hang on a
Uh,
second.
so I scroll back, and I'm like, oh, is this? Oh, it must have been a thing from last week. I'm like, wow, that's kind of cool that Facebook is pushing this out a week later, right?
Nope.
No, that's not what happened. West had made a new Life Hacks Part 3 stig, and published it and put it out. And I'm like, so I grabbed my phone. Well, I had my phone. I text him. Here's the text. Here's the text. Here we go. West Card. Here it is. At 6:07 p.m. We podcasting tonight or Friday? If you're go for tonight, I can do it. My trip to Virginia got canceled. And his reply was absolutely nothing
Crickets.
until we got on the call tonight. And he's like, oh shit, sorry. I forgot
I
all
had
about
no
that.
idea you texted
And
me.
I don't
so,
remember anything about punning the thing to Friday. So,
yeah.
which is good because that opens up birthday time for you.
See, there
good
you
time.
go. Exactly. It's one of my 2 birthdays that night, so that'll work.
Indeed. Indubitably. So now to the important stuff, West.
Mm.
What is your favorite color?
I knew you were going to ask that. I don't know the next line. I don't have the movie memorized that well. But
I'm sorry. Okay. No, that actually is the second question. Okay. What is your name?
There you go.
What is your favorite color? And you got to know what the last line is.
It's been so long since I've seen the movie.
What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
That's it. See, if you say the lines, I know what movie they're from, but like I cannot quote the next line to save my life.
So so this was a challenge, and I think we completely forgot it again. That we need to. Laura L. Lyons Black says, "Happy birthday, West." She says, "Happy birthday." So West's official birthday, I believe, is tomorrow.
Well, that's but so I have 2 official.
There's
birthdays.
some alcohol involved. So he's got tomorrow and Friday. He's kind of like Deanna. I got an Aunt Deanna that's got a alcohol birthday too. That's both July this and July. I think it's the 20th and 21st, or 21st and 22nd, or 23rd and 20th. It's in there somewhere.
It's in there somewhere.
2 of those days.
It all counts.
It's in the Julys, right? So yeah. So a little bit of alcohol.
July babies.
And
parents are like, meh.
Filling out. Yeah. This is like circa.
Right. Circa July sometime.
Circa July 1979. Bada bing, bada boom. I plead the fifth.
Exactly.
Yes. So where were we before I was so rudely interrupted by Laura L. Lyons Black?
Monty Python quotes.
Monty Python. So that's what we were going to do, was we were going to pick a movie and see how many quotes that you could work into the show, uh, that have to be worked in, not like tortured, but just worked in organically
Yeah, I did not prepare
into the
anything even
show.
remotely like that.
Yeah. So now, while we're live, I believe I'm going to throw the challenge out anyway,
Mhm.
and I'm going to pick the movie Demolition Man.
What?
So quotes from the movie
Quotes
Demolition Man.
from the most random, just
Yes.
unquotable
I'm
movie in the
Associate
world.
Paul.
What?
I am Associate Paul.
Yeah, aside from like something about 3 shells to wipe your ass with, I don't think anybody knows anything about that movie.
Taco Bell. Come on, can you accompany me to Taco Bell? I mean, right now, talk about three she cells,
I was gonna say
three
you need a lot
she
more than 3
cells.
seashells.
Yeah, you're going to
She's gonna have to
Taco
sell
Bell
a lot
right
more of
now.
those seashells.
Yes, yes, yeah. Okay, sorry. And I had to use this. I was in back to back meetings today. That one went from 12 to 2, and the other one went from 2 to 4.
Mhm.
I was the presenter in both of them, the sole presenter in both of them,
In both of
meaning
them.
I spoke for 4 hours straight. Now,
I've
if you
seen you do
know
that.
me, you're like, that's a slow day for you, right? If you know me, I like to jibber jabber. But no, 4 hours, when you are 4 hours in a box just going, uh, lot of yapping. Uh, I was pretty wore out, but I actually dropped a couple of it was either today, it might have been Monday actually.
Okay.
Dropped a couple Demolition Man quote. It was Monday, and I dropping a
Literally
Demolition Man
nobody's ever
quote.
used that phrase in the history of time. Yeah, I dropped a couple Demolition Man quotes today.
Yeah, Demolition Man quotes. And people are like,
Huh?
I'm like, I'm looking at the group here. Maybe this is not the right group, but in the chat, I had a couple people like Taco Bell, three
Okay.
seashells. And sorry again, this is what got me off topic. Inside
What?
of the off topicness was the seashells.
Seashells. She
Being
sells
born in West
seashells.
Virginia, it slips sometimes, and certain phrases I
Shales.
still struggle with. Yeah.
Shales.
So yeah, seashells,
She shales.
shells. Yeah. Oh yeah. See, I can't do it. I sound like fucking Reba McEntire out here. Y'all
She
need
sells
hunting.
seashells by the seashore.
Yeah, honey.
That's my Connery.
Yeah. Yeah. This is good. All right.
How's that?
Give me some citrus from Sean Connery.
Some citrus.
Citrus air freshener. Some citrus.
Citrus air freshener.
Some
She
citrus.
shells by the seashore.
Yes, indeed. So
It's a weird show already. What are
again,
you drinking?
yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
I beat you
So
to it.
your goal is to
Mhm.
mix in uh, Demolition Man quotes, as many as you can come up with. He doesn't know any, so it's going to be
See,
0.
here's the downside. Now I actually have to watch
Yeah,
Demolition Man.
absolutely. Yeah, Demolition Man. It's a great movie. We should do another. They should do another one of those. If there was a movie that was primed for a remake, it's Demolition Man. I mean, it's not a cult
It was
classic.
primed for
It's
a
not
remake when they made it,
without.
David.
It's not one of those things that are protected. Like if you try to remake The Princess Bride, we're going to
Couldn't
set
do it.
Hollywood on fire. I mean, we will burn that whole place top to bottom down. All right, don't mess with it. There's a few other movies out there
There's
as
a
well.
few
We
that they
don't
couldn't
want
get
you to
away
mess
with.
with. They're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't remake The Godfather, although you could just make it a TV series and call it what's the name of the TV with all the gobsters? The
There's
gobsters, the
the
mobsters,
Copsters, the Mobsters,
the Sopranos.
the
He's making a
Sopranos.
TV show called
See, well,
Sopranos.
that's what they do is they'll make a sequel or a sequel series, and they'll
Yeah.
like instead of remaking it, they'll call it a sequel,
Uh-huh.
and they'll have a couple
Okay.
callbacks in the thing. So they're doing that with the Goonies. They're actually making another Goonies, but it's a sequel, not a remake.
Okay. I'm hearing tell that we're going to have some of the original cast members in that one too.
Yeah, some of them are still alive.
So
The Asian kid's pretty famous now.
y-
Corey Feldman's still alive.
you don't have his
Everybody's
name. You
surprised.
don't have his name, but that Asian kid's pretty famous.
The
He does
Asian
the
kid from
math, right? He
Goonies.
does
It's
the
not- it's
math
not-
on the TV.
You're allowed to say Asian kid. I think you're allowed to say Asian kid.
Put him on a table. Do math. Is a reference to Family Guy.
I didn't
That
go
might
there.
be one of the greatest things. Oh, you didn't? You didn't? Oh, I absolutely did. Absolutely did. So, okay. So anyway, back to the question,
The important
the
question.
question that's on everyone's mind. What is West Carnahan drinking tonight?
And to no one's surprise, I'm having Timothy Blanton's best. Tin Blanton. Tin
Tim
Blanton's.
Blanton's. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Presented to you by Timothy Blanton.
So, yeah. So I went into the store the other day. A couple of hockey players come up to the produce stand the other day, and I went in and I seen at the liquor store, and I seen the tin cup. I got
Tin
to
cup.
stop myself from calling it Tim
See?
Blanton's now. I seen the tin cup, and it was I took a peek at it because last week you told me that they had a bourbon and a whiskey, an American
Right.
whiskey and a bourbon, and the one that I seen that was there was the whiskey. So
Yeah, it's good. The bourbon's a little better, I think. The 10 year is actually a little better than that. I still haven't had the 14 year yet though, but it's on their website.
Yeah.
It's on my list of
Oh, it
things to
is.
get.
Okay.
So
Did somebody come downstairs? Is your wife come downstairs?
no, I was
Is
looking
she
at my
hitting?
liquor.
You looked over.
I was looking at my
Oh, you're
liquor
looking at your liquor.
shelf there. I have all I have the
Liquor.
different the tin cup bottles over there. I have the giant
okay.
like gallon size jug that you got me, and I also have the little teeny tiny one that you gave me.
Yeah, yeah. So I sent him the 175, which is the massive
Yeah, hang on, I'll
bottle,
go get it.
which is hilarious to watch because the big difference is I got these monster hands. West on the other hand, he's got these little carny hands, and
The carny
so
hands.
when he's holding that 175, it is absolutely hilarious. So you got him there. I see you creeping back
Right.
in.
So this is a normal bottle of tin cup.
Okay,
This
that's a 750.
is the big bottle that David sent me. However,
I love it.
it's funny though, because when David holds this bottle, this is what this bottle looks like in my hand. It's huge. This is what it looks like
It's
in
a
David's
huge
hand.
freaking guy.
This is what it looks like in David's hands. Because David has those big Wreck-It Ralph meat hooks.
I'm gonna wreck it.
So yeah,
Oh yes,
both of these
indeed.
were gifts from David. So I have the whole collection of the different bottle sizes over there.
Yes. So on this side of the Atlantic Ocean, because apparently there's Atlantic Ocean between us, I've got two whiskeys over here that we have a selection from this fine evening.
All right.
I've got a little bit of the Weller Special Reserve left here.
Classic. Can't go wrong there.
I love Weller Special Reserve.
Yeah,
I think it's it's a twist off top, yeah, but I like it.
The flavor is near perfect.
I don't know art, but I know what I like. Yeah, it's great. And then I've got a lovely batch of Colonel Taylor's best
Ooh,
here.
That's delicious.
This is just the bottled and bond version, but it's so good. It is so freaking good.
Yeah, you can't go
So
wrong there.
again, I'm in the dilemma tonight again. Like, which one of these do we crack open first? I've got my 45 whiskey or wine and whiskey bar.
Get your
If you ever get a chance to get into New York City, go visit the 45 whiskey and wine bar. It's on the first floor of Trump Tower, right there off of Fifth.
and if you tell them
Fifth?
David sent you, they will actually know who you're talking about. Because they definitely know David.
That is absolutely a true statement.
I've been there with David,
tell
and I've seen him
Carla,
walk in, and the bartender walks over and gives him a hug.
yes, if you go in and say hi to Carla, tell her David sent you. She'll take amazing. First and foremost, they're going to take amazing care of you anyway.
They will.
But
It's
if you
a cool
tell
place.
her that I sent you over there, then she'll take even more care of me later. So it airs in my favor. So
Also,
please do
if
it.
you go there and you're ready to wrap things up, you're ready to leave, this does not mean we're wrapping up. This does not mean, hey, we're wrapping it up, we're done.
Oh,
Don't do that.
Great. All right. We got to tell a story. All right, Wes, we're sitting there. Paint the scene for us if you could.
So we're sitting there, we're having some drinks, we're having a good time, but we're ready to wrap it up. We're ready to go someplace else and have a cigar and have a good remainder of our evening. So I finally get the waiter's attention. I'm like, hey, we're wrapping up here. He's like, okay, yeah, we're good. So he goes back to the back. Yeah, we're wrapping it up. So he's like, yeah, we're good, okay. So, and he's across the room, so he didn't really hear me, but he saw me. He goes back to the back. I think he's getting our check, and he's taking a really long time to get this check. I'm like, what's taking so long with the check? He walks out with another round of drinks for everybody at the table, and it wasn't. This is not apparently the universal sign for we're wrapping up. This is apparently the universal sign for another round,
Another round.
another round, and so that's how we had to have another round. David was no, somebody left our table, so we had an extra drink.
Somebody left
And
our
then he gave
table,
it to
but we
another
made
random person
friends.
sitting at the next table over.
Yeah, but he was macking up on those 2 chicks, so I'm sure he didn't mind
Oh
getting
yeah,
a. He was an old fashioned. He was an old fashioned we had as a
yeah.
spare. They got passed over to him, so I'm sure he had a great time with just a random free
With the 2
drink.
chicks, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's an extra drink he can buy for the chicks. So that works.
That was it.
No misogyny on this channel. All right, chicks are chicks.
No politics and no misogyny. That's what we, you know, that's our motto.
All right. No. You either give me politics or you give me misogyny. I've got to have one or the other.
One or the other. Yeah. We got to live on something. So
Yeah.
David, here's what you do.
Yeah.
You get both of those bourbons, you mix them into a big gulp cup. Like big 32 ounce, like 7-Eleven big gulp cup. And give yourself a
I think
funny
I will
drink.
not be doing that. I will absolutely not be doing that. Let's I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go. I went to reach. I knew what I was gonna reach for. Then I seen the other bottle. I'm like, oh no, I'm with that. You know what? I'm just gonna. I would say blindly reach over here, but that'll just knock shit off this table, and that's not a good thing.
You haven't had enough drink
So
yet.
you know what?
Yeah, for that.
I'm gonna go Weller. I'm gonna go Weller. I'm gonna go
Okay,
Weller.
you can't go wrong with Weller. That's a good choice.
I'm
It's a
gonna
good starter.
start with Weller. Special reserve. You got to hear the pop.
Yeah, that's
It's
it.
a twist
Usually
off
it's a
top,
twist
so you
off.
got to stick
Yeah.
your finger in it. Then you can.
That's,
Then you can get
that's
the
what
boom.
I'm not gonna. No, that's keep going.
Yeah,
No inappropriate jokes.
very, very popular with the ladies.
David, we do have to go back to New York City sometime, though. It was fun.
Yeah, we do. We do. We have to go back to Vegas. We'll be in Vegas in January. I'm
We'll be
hoping
in
that
Vegas in
that's my
January.
next trip. I'm hoping that that's my next trip to Vegas. But when I go, I mean, I've got other work about there. So that'll be January. February, I'll be back in Hawaii. So
Yeah.
and you may be going out there as well, because I think
may
you're going to
be.
have I think we're going to have you in as a speaking engagement out there.
Yeah.
For consumer level lithium ion battery protection.
If all goes well, that's the plan.
I'll tell you, the folks out in Hawaii are extremely, and the people in California are very interested in the product as well. And you say,
seem to be.
what product are you guys talking about? It's tonight's sponsor of the news. Brought
it
to you in
is.
part by brought to you not in part, brought to you completely and entirely by
Flashpoint Safety Systems. So, we've all heard in the news about, batteries going bad, going to thermal runaway. I just posted something on LinkedIn today about how the FAA put out new rules around another batch of new rules around batteries that are allowed on airlines. It's insane. New York just posted a record high for lithium-ion battery fires this year. Massachusetts has done the same. Toronto's done the same. Literally all across, I would say all across the country, but all around the world, there are a record high. There's a record high increase in lithium-ion battery fires. Unfortunately, up until now, there's really been nothing you can do about it in your home until you see smoke, until you see flames, until you feel the heat of something going wrong in your device. You don't know something's wrong until you find out the hard way. That's why we developed Flashpoint Safety Systems. This is an early detection platform for lithium-ion batteries. So at the first signs of battery failure, at the initial off-gassing event when a battery begins to fail, we detect the problem, we alert the user to the problem, and then we, I'm getting hand signals here from David, and then we disconnect the batteries from the charging components, mitigating the damage. So that way at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., when your e-bike starts going into thermal runaway, you have a few extra minutes to get out of the house, get to safety. Like I said, New York, they just had their first death of the year directly associated with lithium-ion batteries. It's a real problem, which again is why we made Flashpoint Safety Systems. You were giving me hand signals there, David. What's going on?
It was almost. I'm asking ChatGPT to write a jingle for Flashpoint Safety Systems for lithium-ion battery protection.
Oh boy.
Oh,
where this is going.
this is
All right.
good. All right.
So
Sorry. This is like, oh yeah, this is gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
So we actually have two versions of our
Well,
technology. We have a dozen different iterations of our technology that we're planning on building down the road. Right now, we have the first two that we're rolling out with. One is for your home battery backup systems. So think about the big batteries that are in like a garage attached to a set of solar panels. What this does is it monitors that battery storage in your garage. Again, at the first sign of problem, we alert the user, and we connect internally to that battery system so we can disconnect it from its charging components, vastly mitigating the damage of those batteries once they begin to fail. The next one is for e-bikes, scooters, micromobility. This actually goes really well in charging cabinets. In a few weeks, we're going to put this into laptop charging cabinets in some local schools. And this works essentially the same way. You plug your e-bike into our system, you plug our system into the wall, and there's a remote sensor that goes near the battery of your bike. When a bike battery begins to fail, we detect the problem, we alert the user, and internally we disconnect the battery from the charging components. We don't modify the bike at all. We don't change any of the components. We don't hardwire anything into the bike. It's all completely add-on, so you're not changing anything on the hardware
so you
itself.
mean you can do this without violating and voiding the warranty of your e-bike or scooter?
That's exactly it.
Ba-da-dun-da-dun-dun. Ooh, yeah, that's cool.
So go to flashpointsafety.com, check out our technology, and let me know what you think. We're taking
I
pre-orders
think it's
now,
rad,
and
dude.
there are a lot of people interested in this. I was speaking to somebody not too long ago who wants to be a distributor of our technology, and he might actually buy
Yeah,
out our whole first production run, which would be an amazing problem to have. So
yeah,
pretty excited about this.
good stuff. Good stuff. Hey, you got to know the right people, right? It's connections, connections.
That's it. It's all
So,
about knowing the right people.
you know, yeah, so here we go. Here we go. I'm not going to sing this.
Oh boy.
Protected by Flashpoint is the name of your jingle. When lithium ion batteries power the day, Flashpoint safety leads the way. Early warning day and night, helping stop danger before it ignites. Rough little rhyme there, but okay.
A little rough.
From storage rooms to ships at sea, protecting power and technology. Stay connected, stay prepared. With Flashpoint safety, you are always aware.
So David, here's what
Flashpoint
you got to
safety
do.
systems. Flashpoint safety systems. There we go.
That's our jingle. Yeah, I got to record that. I'll pull that off the video later. I'll play that online. I'll put it on
Yes,
LinkedIn.
indeed.
So, David, what
I'm
you
all
got to
right
do is
with that.
put those lyrics into Suno, because Suno is
The
the song making
AI
AI
music
platform.
creator. Yeah.
So you can put the lyrics in there, tell it what style of music you want, and
Heavy
it'll do
metal,
that.
baby.
Metal. Okay, you're going metal. I thought you'd go for
Heavy,
like rap,
cheesy
like spoken
1950s.
rap.
Oh, rap. Yeah, you know me. So I have a
We
hard time with things that people call music. I guess I'm just a traditionalist. I think there should be music instruments in music, not a MacBook Pro. To be honest, I believe any day now the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which rock and roll, and look at
Yeah,
all the
there's no
crap
rock
they're
and roll
putting
in
in
the Rock and
there.
Roll Hall of Fame. I've been there.
Yeah, and I believe any day they're going to send a invitation to Apple to induct the MacBook Pro as a winner
Yeah,
of, you know,
I,
the prestigious award of being in the Rock and Roll Hall
I
of
would be
Fame.
surprised if something like that's not already in there. Um, Yeah, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, for those who don't know, is in Cleveland, Ohio, and there's almost no rock in there at all. There's some from like classic rock bands, but there's nothing new in there. Um,
Yeah, there's no, yeah,
that's worth saying.
nothing.
So anyway,
No,
now that you're
nothing.
all on an upbeat note, let's get some actual news.
Actual news.
Actual news. Here's one, David. Has NASA already found life on Mars? Quick answer:
No.
no.
So we just saved you guys 15 minutes of reading.
That's it. That's exactly it.
That's 15 minutes you need to go on Flashpoint Safety Systems and pre-order your device.
Yeah, go to
You're
flashpointsafety.com
welcome.
and thank me by buying a system.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, what this does is it
Yes.
talks about the some of the building blocks of life they've found on Mars, which are they call organic compounds. That doesn't actually mean it's organic. It means it is
Yeah.
some
So has some
compounds that can
electro
be used
yeah.
to make DNA at some point. No, they have not
Yeah.
found life on Mars.
Yeah. And God said, "Hey, get your own dirt." So if you get that joke, If you get that joke, that's
I
great.
don't get that joke.
Oh,
What's
did you see? Oh, I was hoping this was going to make the news tonight. I was so hoping this was going to make the news
this one?
tonight.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you
yes.
go. We covered this
Yes.
story a while ago. Oh, hang on. Pop-ups.
We okay, what's funny is we broke the well, I don't, we did not break this story. We cracked into the story and everything that was happening. And a week and a half after we did it, the wheels fell off and everybody picked this up. We
Right.
were cutting edge on this, talking about how it was going to do, $94 million
Oof.
in one day. That's not how much they lost overall. It lost cap value $94 million in
In
one
one
day.
day. So, yeah, for those who don't know, I'll read the whole headline here. Cracker Barrel CEO steps down after rebranding cost company $94 million in one day. And this was about almost a year ago, wasn't it, when that happened?
Possibly a little over.
It was in 2025. It was August. Okay.
Now hold on. Now hold
Right.
on, because we don't talk politics on here, but you can tell the political uh, positioning of the author of this. If you scroll back to the top, um, because it flat calls out MAGA backlash.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. The company lost
Straight up
$94
calls it out.
million dollars in one day last year after disastrous rebrand sparks MAGA backlash. How about just backlash of people
Okay.
who liked Cracker Barrel, regardless of
Exactly.
your
So
political affiliation?
this is where I believe the technical term is retarded. People like Brendan Rashius in New York. He's in my state, so hopefully he can try to hunt me down and you go fisticuffs with me, because
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
we'll see how that works out for you. Um, no, it wasn't a MAGA backlash, you idiot. It was a backlash because you alienated the core customer. And that's the problem. That was the problem with the Bud Light. That was the problem with
Hmm.
Target. That was the problem with all these people that keep trying to blame blame um, the right or MAGA,
Yeah,
which
everybody tries to tie
we need to
something to a
get rid of
political dichotomy,
to a
when in
political thing.
reality, that's not it
No,
at all.
you made exactly. It's not it at all. You made a absolute ridiculous and stupid business decision,
Right. And
and
you know
it
what?
cost you millions out of your core customers demographic.
So you and I
Sorry
actually
about your
mentioned
luck.
this. You and I actually mentioned this at the time. They could have done had they done their not rebrand. So one of the parts of the rebrand was they changed the interior of the stores. They wanted it to be more like a
Yeah,
they
clean,
launched
chic.
newer, smaller stores as part of the chain that were like very, very like minimalist, and they wanted to look like a
Yeah,
trendy coffee house, places like that. But that's not Cracker
yeah.
Barrel. And you and I mentioned at the time
So,
that
first
whole
watch.
thing could have been successful if they would have done it as a spin-off restaurant. Keep Cracker
Yes.
Barrel, and then do
Yeah,
something
there's
different with that
room.
that's still associated with Cracker Barrel. It could have been a huge success.
Yeah.
But no.
You don't have to have a name. You don't have to have the cracker. You don't have to have the barrel. It can have its own name, its own identity, and it can have its own core customer that, the CEO thinks has money. When she realized really quick that, oh crap, these people are what's keeping us afloat. Uh, at $94 million in one day lost,
Mhm.
and who knows how many billions they lost over the whole entire thing since then to now. I don't have the number in front of me,
Let's see if it says
but
here. What is this?
but
Uh,
you and I, yeah, you and I know. I remember what you were getting at, because we talked about it. You had the market data. You had
yeah.
all of the market data that you needed to put mapping, to do a heat map to find out where the best places would be to
Mhm.
put these restaurants. You had a great way to put starters out there and to grow another brand. You did not have to kill, and this is where I get a little heated. And you didn't have to kill your core customer to do it, but you
Right.
decided to do it, and now you want to blame a political column or a political vertical for your stupid ass business decision.
That's it. And they blame it
She
all. They'll,
shouldn't have
they'll
been
blame it
allowed
all
to
on
step down. She
politics.
should have been fired.
They'll blame
She
it
should have
all
just
on
been fired right
politics.
then and there. Yeah,
And the board of the company, they'll blame it all on politics, and they'll pass the buck
yeah,
on to the CEO who left. And nobody's going to take
yep,
responsibility for that, for the fact that collectively they all made a huge mistake that they should
yeah.
have
You
known
made
better.
a terrible business decision.
Whatever
Absolutely
happened?
terrible business.
So whatever happened to test markets? Companies have test markets.
Yeah, you
Why
live
couldn't they
in
have
one of
picked out a test
the
market,
yeah,
tested this whole thing? Yeah.
you live in one of the hottest maybe the actually the hottest test market in the entire country.
Yeah, Central Ohio is
Central
a test
Ohio,
market for some very big companies.
massive companies and a lot of culinary companies, and
Mhm.
culinary doesn't have to be high end, by the way.
Well,
So
Wendy's,
if you like, well, culinaries, Wendy's, yeah, Wendy's Test Kitchen is in right down the literally right down the street from you.
it is.
Yeah, literally right down the street from you. So yeah, I mean, there's places to do this, and they are not wrong. Her idea was not wrong. That there is a space in the market for a cleaner, slightly healthier, more refined
Yeah, there's
looking
space for both,
restaurant.
but know your
There's
audience and
space.
know
Yeah, you
know
don't
your
have to
core
kill the
audience.
golden goose to build it.
Yeah, yeah, know your core audience, and then you can branch off from there. You can build other
Yeah.
audiences, other niches in other areas, but don't lose your core audience. Don't you know flush the baby with the shit water. Just like understand who your core audience is, and again, test markets, test market, test market, test market.
For
Why is
what
that not a
her
thing?
idea was, yeah, for what her idea was and how she talked about it and everything, and the core customer, there was very little cannibalization of the Cracker Barrel business that was going to be stolen from this idea of what
Right.
that she was wanting to create. So there's going to be very little cannibalization of that business. It's monumentally, this, I mean, don't get me wrong, Bud Light probably between Bud Light and Target, those are the two that made the absolute money mind-bendingly
Oh,
bad decisions,
bungled the whole
from a
thing from
financial
start to finish.
standpoint. Yeah.
So the
What's
newer
that?
stores they wanted, I said bungled the whole thing from start to finish. But
Oh, yeah.
so I was thinking the newer stores they wanted, they were painted all white. They were very clean, all white inside, very like neat and tidy. Again, lots of just like white decor. They should have done this and renamed them Crackers, kept Cracker Barrel the way it was, and then if you want the all white decor, just call it Crackers, and that's where you go.
Cracker ass cracker.
You want the crackers?
No, I mean, I was just saying you didn't have to Terry Cracker. You didn't have to. So the vast majority of people would have never known had you not talked about it, would have never known that there was a tie.
But you know what?
Because
I
if
think,
I told
yeah,
you Frito-Lay's, can
sure.
you tell me all the companies that are Frito-Lay associate
Yeah, of course not.
that are owned by whatever the parent company is? I
But they
can't. There are tons.
Yeah. But you know what? I kind of feel like maybe they should have had that tie-in, but have a rebrand of the branch. You keep Cracker Barrel, and you can have the rebranded refill branch of these other smaller locations, and still have a tie-in. You know, but the mistake is she just assumed that Cracker Barrels were old
It's
fashioned.
the
Nobody wanted them. They needed an update
well, it was it's
because she
the
doesn't like Cracker
what's
Barrel.
the word?
She doesn't like Cracker Barrel. She doesn't like the food. She doesn't like the decor. She didn't like the little shops out front. She didn't like the rocking chairs out front. This lady wouldn't go into a Cracker Barrel to save her life before she got this job. This lady reminds me
Yeah,
of a very high level um,
idiot.
C-suite executive back when I was at the Fortune 500 company. And so I was working at a Fortune 500 company of a discount retailer, a really big discount retailer at the time. They've since gone bankrupt because of really poor decisions that I called out back then. That's neither here nor there. This lady, her shoes alone cost more than I made in a year, guaranteed. And she's
Well,
always talking about in the corporate wide meetings. Oh, I go to our stores all the time. I shop there all the time. I buy all my stuff there. First of all, we're not that stupid. Like, yeah, we're working here for you, but we're not that stupid. We know you don't shop at our stores. You wouldn't step foot in our stores. Your shoes cost more than everything in the store combined, lady. Uh, just like the CEO, she would never eat at a Cracker Barrel. She didn't like Cracker Barrel, and she proved it by trying to kill it. And it bit her in
yeah.
the ass.
It's the I've talked about this before, and I had to Google it again because I literally could not remember. Ceteris paribus. It's the Latin for all else remains the same or all else being equal, right?
Okay.
And that the idea that these people get into is, on a spreadsheet, if you do something, it doesn't automatically calculate the negatives on the one column. It just calculates the positives on the other column.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that are teaching you to be efficient are feeding you a load of crap because that's not how it works. If
Hmm.
you alienate and piss off your core customer, you are going to take a negative. You are going to have market share loss. That is what's happened. I went to now that she's gone. I mean, I did violate my oath of not going back to Cracker Barrel. I did go the other day, not that long ago, so it was close. It was close to being there. I did go the other day with the wife to Cracker Barrels. So
I think we ought to all need to go
um,
back to Cracker Barrel. Now that this lady's gone, we need to go back to Cracker
now this
Barrel
lady's gone, we need to go. It really
as
just show them like how much,
celebratory.
and then wherever this lady goes, we'll keep track too. I'll put a thing on her name, so that wherever she lands next, we'll know and we'll tell everybody just freaking stop. Don't do any business with them.
Right.
Crash. That way, she make her unemployable. Make her unemployable.
Well, guaranteed, this is the kind of lady who's
Yeah.
always going to land on her feet because she'll end up at some high level paid board position, or several high level paid board positions at very big companies, where she's not actually running things, but she's sort of running things. In the meantime, she's still being paid minimum 250, um, uh, per monthly board meeting at every one of these companies. Guaranteed. That's what these
I
people
mean,
do.
I'll,
I'm not.
I mean,
I am actually jealous. I'm
I'll,
not bitter.
I'll
I'm
take
kind of
that
bitter.
job.
That's what I'm saying. That's one of the goals when you become successful is not just running your own company, but also being on several boards, paid board memberships.
Yeah. Yeah. You can pay
That's the
me
goal.
95% stock too, but not if she's the CEO because
Exactly. All right. As outside of politics,
yeah.
we do have a little bit more news.
Well, she also is one of the main drivers in the cost why you're spending $35 for a family of 3 to go to Taco Bell now too, because she was the CEO of Taco Bell as well,
Yeah, you're not
and
wrong.
she did not do well there either. The
Maybe this is
problem
what
is,
happened. She stepped down from
yeah,
Cracker Barrel, went back to Taco Bell, and that's why everybody has the runs now after they eat Taco Bell.
yeah, yeah, good because they're full of shitty ideas.
Ah.
But
Here we go.
all right, what do we
Next
got
piece of
next?
news, staying out of the politics, federal surveillance tech becomes mandatory in new cars by 2027. So all new cars will be required to have eye scanners to make sure you're watching the road and to make sure these eye scanners are actually very interesting. They can tell where your eyes are going based on your rapid eye movement. They can tell if you've been drinking. They can tell lots of things about you. And in some cases, they can actually turn off the car or pull it over for you when the car feels like you're not fit to drive. And this is going to be mandatory by
Yeah,
2027 on all new cars. Welcome to
yeah,
the 21st
um,
century, people. Don't you love it?
yeah. Welcome to 1984. Um, no, no, you want to talk about, hey, if you've got a junkyard, it's got a bunch of old Chevrolets out there
That's
that's
it.
got some
Everybody need to
350 and
buy an
320s.
old car right now with
Buy an
no
old
computer
car. Buy an
chips.
old car. No computer. Exactly. Yep.
Guess what? Next time
Make these
there's a chip shortage,
bankrupt.
you won't have to worry.
Yep. Oh, I'm gonna get a new car. I'm not gonna get a new car. Are you kidding me? You know how long a 350 small block Chevy will last for you? I mean,
Buy an
you
old
might have to take
fashioned
the engine out
car,
and rebuild
an
it
old fat
at
yeah,
100, 500,000 miles, but
look,
that's not that expensive to do.
buy an old fashioned car, buy an old fashioned truck. One of the ones that's so big you can actually climb underneath the hood and like wrap your whole body around the
Yeah.
engine block. Like that's what you want.
Yep.
You can't even work
Yep.
on a new car anymore, and they don't want you to. You have to go back to the dealership
There
in
are,
most cases now.
yeah, I believe it's Mercedes, and this is one of the things I think. Oh my God, this is just such a political show. Uh, is like the new Mercedes, there's no hood latch. You can't open the hood.
You can't even open the hood.
You have to
Oh,
schedule.
that's
You have
rough.
to schedule. You have to schedule a trip to a Mercedes dealer,
So
and only
you
they can
can't
open
even
the hood.
check your oil,
Now,
let alone change it.
yeah, when you have what we need to do is in everybody's states, we need to pass a right to repair, and then just all right, Mercedes, you
Yeah.
don't get to sell in this state, and every state you need to just do this, and then all right, Mercedes, you don't sell in the U.S. Done. Now we can pass it on a national level. We'll bypass doing all 50, but boom, and then kick them out. I mean, let's face it, we don't need German cars built by those people over here. Get them out of here. We don't need them.
Unfortunately,
We got
unfortunately,
good cars over here.
the only way that we're ever going to have a right to repair in the U.S. is by getting rid of lobbyists, and that's never going to happen because politicians love the cheddar.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the New York, and I live in New York, actually does have a right to repair, and I'm not sure what all it encompasses. But if I'm going to read through it now that my brain's going on it, I'm going to read through what our right to repair laws are, and uh, I don't have a Mercedes, and I have no will to get one. I think they're ugly cars with mediocre performance and wildly overcomplicated for zero reasons. Uh, so I don't want one at all. I think again, very ugly, very ugly vehicles.
They're not my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many other vehicles that look better, like the brand new Jaguar. No, I'm just kidding. That was a joke.
Jaguar.
Jaguar, Jaguar. Anyway, but yeah, I'll bring it up there. I mean, if I can block, Mercedes saying, "Hey, you have to unlatch it. You have to unlock it. If you want to sell cars in New York, you have to unlock it. We have a
That's
right
it.
to repair.
That's
Piss
it.
off."
Well, on top of that,
The
though,
right to repair spun out of the cell phone repairs.
yeah. But on top of that, now by 2027, all new cars will be required to literally watch you while you're driving to make sure you're watching the road.
Yeah.
So that's
I'm gonna
awesome.
I'm gonna put that up there with flock cameras. Not only do I think it should be not a crime to cut down a flock camera, I think it should be a crime to walk past a flock camera without cutting it down. Um,
I do actually really love the YouTube channels that are dedicated to finding flock cameras that have been cut
yeah,
down and saying,
yeah,
"Oh
yeah.
no, this is a terrible
Oh
shame. I love
no,
this is awful."
don't
By
do
the way,
this.
whatever you do,
Don't.
don't ever cut these down using XYZ saw, using XYZ blades. Don't do that. That'd be terrible.
Yes. Yeah, don't burn it out with this laser pointer from this distance at that point at this specific spot on it where it's weakest.
Yeah,
Don't
don't
do
do that.
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Those are good. I do enjoy that.
Oh
I
man.
have a problem. Search and seizure is a real thing, and we have protections against that. I honestly don't believe that a cop should be allowed to have a radar, speed radar running in
Sure.
their car. They should have to see you, make the assessment, oh, that you are breaking the law, and then verify.
You would think so.
Because
You would think so.
if otherwise, they should be required to have what's the word I'm looking for? You got to get a
A
piece of
warrant?
paper. What's the
Warrant?
a warrant for that search. So for every person that's ever been hit with a radar gun, then got a ticket from it, they should have a case to say, "Let me see the warrant that you had to search my vehicle." And
Yeah.
they're going to say, "Well, you were on public roads." I'm like, "Whoa, the U.S. Constitution doesn't end at the public road. It
Yeah.
doesn't."
I'm with you. I
We've
totally
got to
agree.
put we okay. This is my political rant for tonight. I'm going to try to stop
Your only
unless he puts
political
up
rant.
another.
Okay, let's
And
hear it.
unless yeah, I'm only play. We have to put the government back in its box. We
One
have to
would
put it
think,
back in its
wouldn't
box.
one? One would think, wouldn't one?
Yes.
I would say after a
Mm.
lot of the stuff going on lately, I'm not sure that's ever going to happen.
Well, they either do it. Okay, this is where you come down to the cop who's a dickhead. We can either do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. Viva la resistance, right? I mean, something's going to happen.
Yeah.
Viva la resistance. I'm not above building a guillotine. I'm just telling you.
All right, let's move on before we get in trouble.
For decoration, of course, for decoration and Halloween
But the moral
and
of this
revolution.
news article is go buy an old car. Find a good old
Yep.
reliable
Buy
car.
no car.
Learn how to work on it. Learn how to fix it. And find a
Yep.
junkyard with parts to replace the parts that eventually break over time.
Yep.
And enjoy your old car that's not watching you while you watch the
So
road.
I guarantee you what'll happen is when we start doing this, the government will step in and try to end the building of those vehicles under the guise of global warming, and to try to take those vehicles off the road.
Well, remember Cash for
That
Clunkers, don't you? Remember the whole thing Obama
oh,
did
oh yeah,
with Cash for Clunkers?
yeah,
You remember, so the
yeah,
clunkers they took in didn't go to junkyards, they were scrapped. It was part of the
yes,
law. Those vehicles,
yep,
good old reliable vehicles,
yep,
had to be scrapped. They couldn't go to a
yep.
junkyard. I'm not saying there's a conspiracy. Let's move on.
I'm not saying Obama's a lizard person. I'm just saying Mike might be.
All right, let's move on. Oh boy.
I didn't
Okay.
say which Mike.
Here's okay. Here's another. This is a good one, David. Gravity may be key evidence that our universe is a simulation. Groundbreaking new research suggests. So more
Okay.
proof that we're living
Man,
in a
it's really hard to
simulation.
get political on
David,
this one.
I think we can manage to get
Uh,
political if we really tried. One of nature's most familiar
yeah,
forces that we still know nothing about, essentially, might be doing something
yeah.
far stranger than we ever imagined. And I didn't put up the paywall blocker on this, so we
Oh,
can't
okay.
read the
All right.
article.
Okay. So we can't read the article, but they're saying gravity may be key evidence that our universe is a simulation. Groundbreaking new research
New research.
suggests.
Oh yeah, it's a fact, David.
All right.
This
What's the
the one of the
subtitle there? What's
fundamental
the
forces
subtitle
of the universe that we still know almost nothing about um, is now proving lots of things that we are still know nothing about.
there? Okay. Okay. You read that. Okay, you read that. I thought you came up with that on your own. The whole we knew nothing about.
Oh no, we actually
Yeah,
yeah, I know we actually do know very little about gravity, how it works,
gravity.
why it works,
Yeah,
what it actually is. The string theory people
I
can
can't stop.
go
I can't stop.
yeah, the string theory people can go and play with their strings over there. The loop gravity fundamental force people can go play with their loops over there. Um,
Why is loop quantum gravity and string theory completely against each other? I don't understand it.
well, because they're
I don't
both
understand
bullshit.
it. Yes, yes. You do not need multiple dimensions inside of. You can extrapolate or extract. That's the word I'm looking for. You can extract parts of string theory and use them very logically, very simply, and you start to find when you get rid of the erroneous stuff that you got to have all these. You'll find that there's a lot better a lot better math equations that are testable using a lot of string theory or M8 theory that you don't have to have multiple universes and multiple dimensions to make the math work.
Right? It's overly complicated. It's essentially like you keep
It's
saying
overly
negative zero.
complicated. Yeah.
You don't need a negative
Yes.
zero.
It's yeah. You don't need negative zero.
Here's
You don't
I
need
can
multiple
sum it all up
dimensions
in three
to make it.
words.
Oh
And you
wait,
know what they
wait, wait!
are.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, let me guess the words. Uh, oh shit. Retro causal. Oh no, that's only two words. Damn. I would have went with retro causality. Would have been the words that you would
Fluid
have used.
quantum singularity, David. Fluid quantum singularity, which is essentially
Oh,
the
okay.
confluence of
Um,
causality and retrocausality.
causality. Yeah, retro causality. Yeah.
Essentially, we're
Okay.
all still in the Big Bang. We're banging as we speak, David.
Oh,
It's science.
um, um,
It's science. All
um.
right, let's move on. One more piece of news. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see if there's a good news item here. Oh, this is a good one. Physicists believes he has located God. Unfortunately, they're around he, not they. God has male pronouns. Unfortunately, he is around 439 billion trillion kilometers away. Or for people who actually speak English, 273 billion trillion miles away.
What?
So a physicist
Um,
believes he has found God. He's
okay. Well, I'm
found
interested
Jesus.
in this article.
Unfortunately, Jesus is really, really, really far away.
Okay. Why couldn't they just put this in light years?
Well,
I
because it
mean,
sounds more impressive if you say
or
billion trillion
parsecs.
miles or billion trillion kilometers.
I
If you're a
mean,
contrast,
okay, let's look at this. A billion trillion kilometers. It, on
billions
a
and
on
billions of trillions of
yeah,
kilometers.
I mean billions of trillions. First of all, I mean a trillion kilometers is even on a galactic scale. Galactic. It's not.
But
How do you,
billions of
okay, all right.
trillions, David.
I
You ever
got to
see
ask.
the
I got hold on a second.
how many light years?
How far is a billion trillion kilometers in light years? Oh shit. How far is a billion trillion kilometers in light years? 105.7 billion light years. So it's not fucking
And
close.
that's only 1 billion trillion light years. How many light
That's only one.
years? How many
Now,
light years
now,
is 439 billion trillion kilometers?
now, let's do
Pretty
the
far.
let's do a little. Okay, so okay, it's a 105.7 billion light years away. How old is the universe, West, by modern reckoning?
Well, it depends who you ask. Most ancient astronaut theorists believe it is about 14 billion years old.
So this thing's 105 at minimum 105.7 billion light years away. Um, so
So
if it
older
takes
than the known
like
universe is what you're saying?
105, 100, I mean, to be honest, I mean, I guess if you have something that you're going to call God, it's going to be older than the universe.
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, prove he's
Yeah, I
wrong.
mean, if you, yeah, you know what? That's what I'll do. I'm gonna set out. Okay, that basically that string theory is I'm gonna set out and I'm gonna put a theory together that just is will humanity will absolutely be extinct before there's any possibility to rectify it or to unify it or quantify it or solve it or disprove it and then just have my name all over it.
But again, you can't
Yeah,
prove he's wrong. So it's funny. The first thing when I read this, the first thing I thought about
I
was
can because the Bible says God is everywhere. So I mean,
so he's here, he's there, and he's also 439 billion trillion kilometers away at the same
yeah,
time. That's
400.
called
Yeah.
omnipresence.
That 400. Okay. All right. There we go. Yeah, that's omnipresence. Okay, we got the 400. Okay, I mean it is. How many light years is 439 billion trillion kilometers away? All right, let's see here. Doing the math. That's 46 billion, which doesn't mean 46 billion kilometers is equal to. Okay, so somewhere the math has gotten funny.
It's literally such a
Google's
big
AI
number,
is
AI can't figure it
struggling.
out.
Yeah, AI's like, fuck, dude, I don't know, bro.
Lots, lots and lots.
It's
So
it's like a lot. It's like a lot, dude. It's like a whole lot. It's like a time machine out of whatchamajigger, idiocracy. It's like, dude, so cool. Yeah. That ride's lame anyway.
so it's funny. The first
Yeah.
thing I thought about was Mormons. When I read this, I was like, is this physicist a Mormon? Because if you know Mormon theology, you know
You
that
got
God actually comes from the planet. He lives on the planet Kolob, um,
I
and
thought that was Scientology.
no,
Zoltan.
Mormonism. They
Oh yeah.
actually believe that
With a
God lives
gold
on the
plate.
planet Kolob, and if you are a good enough person, you can become a god yourself and get your own planet. That's a real thing
Know
in
ye not
Mormonism.
ye are gods?
I don't know if you knew that. So that's a real thing in Mormonism.
Yeah. What was I going to
So,
search up next? Oh no. Okay, I got it. I remember.
okay, what are you doing?
Oh, nothing.
But it's funny.
Mustn't ask. It's not its business.
So for those who don't know, the Earth is actually on the back of a giant space turtle flying through space, and
Yes.
I was doing the math on what it would take for such a being to evolve and become a thing, and it would only take from the beginning of the universe until current day about 26 billion years. So the Earth could be more than 100 billion, or the universe itself could be more than 100 billion years old, and that's more than enough time for giant space turtles to populate the universe. So I think this works. I think the math is right, David.
You know what? I would say us finding out that the Earth is just on the back of a giant space turtle is equivalent to this guy finding out that God is 439 billion trillion kilometers away. So,
Yeah, I don't think that
all
was in the
right.
Bible. I mean,
Yeah. So
but
this guy has he's finally matched his meat. You really licked his ass.
I know that's a movie reference, but for the life of me, I can't recall what it is.
It's Demolition Man.
Oh boy, yeah. See what I've been missing out on?
Yes, it quotes like that. Yes.
Apparently,
Oh,
writing gold, comedy gold. There,
yeah. It's
nothing's
good
funnier
stuff. I
than
mean, there
Sylvester
was a good
Stallone and Sandra Bullock.
a lot, really. I mean, there's a lot funnier than those two. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, could you picture now that's what Sly needs to do. He needs to do a night, a stand-up comedy.
Ooh,
Let's just see how it goes, right?
ouch, ouch. That mean he's
Let's
pushing.
just
He's
see how
like 90 years old now. I think he's beyond his best days are behind him.
actually,
Like
I
Roman.
think today
It's
might
still his
be
birthday.
President Schwarzenegger. I think today might be President Schwarzenegger's birthday.
Schwarzenegger.
Another reference, out of,
Is that
let's
from
see here,
Demolition
out
Man
of,
also?
yeah, Demolition Man, the Schwarzenegger presidential library, yeah.
That's pretty funny. I'm not seeing him. I'm not seeing him on IMDb.
When is Arnold Schwarzenegger's birthday? July 30th. He's July 30th. Let's
Oh,
see
that's
here. So that's
tomorrow. You
tomorrow.
were
Okay,
close.
so he's tomorrow. You and him share a birthday
That's it. Me and
ish.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. You and Schwarzenegger.
It's true.
Yeah. I think he turns like 79 or something. He was born in 1947. So yeah, he's up there. Yeah.
It's up there. All right.
I mean, you guys look, essentially you look alike. So
I mean, we go to the same gym. In
yeah.
that,
Oh yeah.
in that we're both kind of round and flabby right now. But it's look, I have no room to say anything negative about
Yeah.
him.
I think,
Even
I think
today
he's
at
turning like,
79, he could still
yeah.
outlift me. He probably kick my ass any day of the week without even thinking about it.
There's no way I could ever fight him. He
he's
is
still
a
the
cigar
Terminator.
guy. Yeah, he's a Terminator. He's a cigar guy too, and we get these questions where in the cigar groups like who would you really want to smoke a cigar with? And I'm like Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger? You and he would
Schwarzenegger.
not get along. You would hate it. You would hate it.
I would not.
You would hate it. He's a big
You're
lefty.
insane.
He's a big lefty.
He's a medium lefty.
Ooh.
He ran as a Republican. He was a Republican governor of California.
Of California.
But
so in normal politics world, that puts him like
that's a medium lefty.
I mean,
But
that
you got to
puts
think
him
how
like,
far.
He's
Okay,
basically
we're
Kamala Harris on steroids.
come on.
Picture that if you will.
Today is today. Tomorrow will be today. Tomorrow.
The 2028 presidential election is going to
Yesterday.
be a circus, man. The 2028. We don't do politics on the show, but it's going to be a
Me
circus,
neither.
and I'm kind of.
But I'm telling you, get your popcorn ready for
Oh,
the Democrat primaries
oh
because
my
that
gosh,
is going to be a fecal theater.
it's going
That
to
is going to be
be
an absolute fecal theater.
hilarious. AOC versus
Yeah.
Kamala Harris in a debate is
I
going to be hilarious.
But think about all the other idiots they're going to throw up there, and
I know, it's gonna
you
be
got to
great.
try to, and the other side's going to be just as bad. The other side's going to be just as bad.
Both sides are. It's a
Because
uniparty essentially. It still doesn't make it any less entertaining.
Yeah, then that's what we're going for. We're like, hey, we're looking for the entertainment value in this,
Right.
because let's face it, you guys have fucked us so bad. Doesn't matter which side you're on, you fucked us so bad that at this point, all we can do is sit back and try to get some laughs out of it.
That's it. That's exactly it. Sometimes you just got to sit back and watch the world burn. Have some popcorn.
Yes.
Have some some good bourbon.
All right. So tonight we have part 3 of life hacks.
Of life and business
Life
hacks. Not all life hacks. So
Life
life and business
Okay,
hacks.
so life and business hacks. And the first week we didn't even get close because I was in Anaheim, California. The internet was like, nah, bro, we're not doing this, and it just kept kicking us out. So last week we got into it. The vast majority of it is absolute bullcrap. There were a few
gems
that I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily call any of them a hack.
Yeah.
They're just kind of what you should do in a matter of course. But a couple of them were.
There were a couple. I don't remember what they were, but there were a couple that you were like, I'm going to do that. That's going to be my thing.
I have not, but yeah, I haven't. But
well, that's what happens on this show. Is we're like, oh, I'm totally going to do that. I'm going to remember that thing, and then you text me at 6 p.m. and I'm like, I don't remember the conversation at all.
Yes, okay. We're going to do a podcast on Friday next week, right? I'm traveling on Wednesday, but for some reason, I'm glad we didn't because, to be honest, I thought the meeting was on Thursday, and that I didn't want to be up late tonight doing the podcast. But in all honesty, the meeting was supposed to be today, and today is today, and tomorrow will be tomorrow. Now think about that, because
You would be a great
yesterday
president,
was today. Yesterday was today, yesterday. And what's funny is, as much fun it is, as much fun, and it really is fun to make fun of that, I absolutely 100% understand what she's saying. You know, if you
I
want
have not
something,
done nearly enough acid to be
so
in that
no.
mindset.
It's very easy. So if you want something in the future, today's it. Okay, I'm gonna put it in your language. When was the best time to plant a tree?
30 years ago.
When is the second best time to plant a tree?
Right now, today.
Okay, that's what she was
That's
saying
what she was
in
trying to
just a
say.
word,
That's what she was
in
trying to
just
say.
a
Word
absolutely
salad.
terrible way. Word salad, yes. And I didn't hear that. I never heard that phrase until her, and I'm like, I like that.
I want
To
a
be
word
honest,
salad
it does
t-shirt.
describe a lot of my conversations. I just say a lot of things and hope to. So some people are like, keep everything close to your chest, right? Keep it hidden until you're done. Don't tell them about it till it's done. What I do is I say so much shit that nobody has a clue what I'm actually doing.
Yeah, I get that. I can attest to that.
Yes, so nobody knows what I'm actually doing, and because I'm just like, here we go. Maybe this, maybe this, maybe this. I'm an idea guy, man.
You
You
are
don't
the
like that
king of
idea?
always
That's
keep them
okay. I
guessing,
got another
David.
one. Yep, keep them guessing. But you know what? It works.
It does. It's. I mean, literally nobody else in the world can say they've made it work like you, David.
Yeah, that's right. That's
That's
right. Brought to you in part by these crazy ass life and business hacks that we are going to break down, and mostly likely break down laughing at. Um, we have right here. This is from the website pornhub.com, which is bookmarked here on West's tab. You can see, and go ahead and
It's
click and
true.
press play.
It's Corn Hub. I'm from the Midwest, so
Oh,
I'm really into
corn.
corn
Yeah,
these
corn
days.
hub. Okay. All right. Oh, it's all about the corn.
So this first one
Rat-a-tat,
is from.
rat-a-tat, rat. Oh, different corn.
All right. Yeah, that's
That was a pretty good Jonathan Davis impression.
that's a
I have to admit, man, that was
you
pretty
should
good.
be a musician, David. You're good. That's good.
Oh yeah.
All right, here we go.
Okay. We got to pause. We got to pause
Oh,
because I was scrolling, and there was this young lady doing an interview with. I'm gonna guess she's a rap influencer, artist, or something along those lines.
okay.
And she's like, I'm interviewing. I don't really know much about you. I do know that you're a musician. And she's like, I'm not a magician. I don't do tricks and
I did
card
see that one. I'm
games.
not a magician. That's hilarious.
And
I did see that.
I'm
I thought that was fake at first, and it's
losing.
not.
Yes, that's what I thought. I'm like, this can't. Okay. This girl over here that's pretending like she's being called a magician is her acting skills are off the freaking charts. This is
Right.
awesome. And she wasn't acting.
She was not acting.
Then
Yeah.
and it went from
Oh,
very
man.
funny to very sad very quick.
I did. It went to sort of those things that, like, you want to. I really want to play it on this show, but like, I don't think we can.
Yeah, but I was rooting for her. I thought she was an amazing actress. I was like, because she
And you're like,
talks about being
"Aw."
an actress and all these things, and I'm like, and then I found out that it wasn't
an act.
a stig. It wasn't an act. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh dear Lord,
Oh,
another child left behind.
yeah. They have special schools for you.
I guess. I mean, or I don't know, the internet. Shit. I mean, it should be very hard to figure out the difference between a magician
I'm
and
not
a
a magician. Why do you
musician.
keep saying that?
I'm not. Why you keep saying that? Are you trying to cast a spell on me? Anyway, what do we have up here? Bring up the hacks. Let's bring up the hacks.
Here's the
when I
first one.
talk about the hacks, I'm talking about the authors of the hacks.
And this first one's pretty good. I think you're gonna like this.
Oh, okay, all right. Cool.
This is John Goodman. John Goodman. All right, here we go.
Solitude that puts you for the rest of your life at a level.
Oh, hang on. Start over.
You get up $2.5 million. Any asshole in the world knows what to do. You get a house with a 25-year roof, an indestructible Jap economy shitbox. You put the rest into the system at 3 to 5% to pay your taxes, and that's your base. Get me? That's your fortress of fucking solitude. That puts you for the rest of your life at a level of fuck you. Somebody wants you to do something, fuck you. Boss pisses you off, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Own your house. Have a couple bucks in the bank. Don't drink. That's all I have to say to anybody.
I don't agree with that
social level. Did your grandfather take risks? Yes. I guarantee he did it from a position of fuck you. A wise man's life is based around fuck you. The United States of America is based on fuck you. You're a king? You have an army? Greatest navy in the history of the world? Fuck you, blow me. You get up $2.5 million.
Right? That's a great
Sorry,
way
I
to start.
had to put that. I had to put it up right there with the flag, with the 13 original colonies, with
Yeah.
with the fuck you there. Yeah, I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
Make just enough
Operating
money
from
before you have fuck you money, and then you can do what you want to do.
yeah, and I'm going to do this a different way. I'm going to say it's a little different because this is one of the things that that I tell our customers, our consumers. Okay, so right now West is launching a product of business,
Mhm.
and you know, he's going to want distributors. He's going to want people selling his product. He's going to want them. He can try to do it all himself, but if he brings on, if he sells to one customer, he sold one unit to one customer.
Right.
But if he sells to a distributor, now he's got that one customer. He's got one customer. That customer can have thousands of customers.
Yeah.
All right. So now he's sold thousands of units by dealing with one customer. So you don't go begging for customers. You don't go and, hey, do you want to carry this product? Hey, do you want to carry this product? You can host something like an open house where you introduce your product. You only invite everybody. So for you invite Home Depot and Lowe's and what's the smaller guys out there with the local ones, like the True Values.
Like
Actually, I think
Zettlers
it's True
and,
Value. Ace Hardware. Yeah. Ace Hardware, right? And Gray Bar and what's the big guy out there? And I can't think of the name. I'm not gonna worry about it. But
Anyway, yeah.
you invite everybody, and you invite their competition. You invite all these people, and everybody's going to want to try to get exclusivity in their vertical, right?
Mhm.
We're a supply warehouse. I want to be the only supply warehouse, and so instead of operating on a begging standpoint, you are going to try to do your negotiations from a position of power, from a
Mhm.
position of strength. And when I talk with my customers, my clients, when I work with them, I'm always talking to them about doing their stuff from a position of strength or a position of power. And if you were to boil away the PC aspect of it, it's going to be operate from a position of fuck you.
That's
That's
it.
what I don't need you. And that's the way to go.
Well, it's
And
always place yourself in a position whenever possible to where you can just walk out the door. Just, you know,
exactly.
you know what? This could be a great thing that we're working out here, but you know what? If it's not a good fit, I'm out. We're good.
Yep.
That puts you in a position
I've done
of power.
that.
It makes them feel like they need you more than you need them. You don't tell them that, but you need to put that power out there so they understand that.
You need to admit that. You need to radiate that. You got to sell that.
That is, yeah. And for a lot of people who don't have that sort of that type of personality, like a great salesperson would have, the je ne sais quoi, it's something you got to work on. I know for a fact I need to work on that in myself. But some people, that's what they do for a living, and it works.
Yeah,
I've seen it happen.
Yeah, we come back naturally. Yeah, and it there is a lot of it that is physically operating from an actual position of power, and there is a part of it, the whole fake it till you make it part of it, of you're going to create the idea that you're in a position of power,
right?
And if you create the idea that you're in a position of power, guess what? You're in a position of power.
That's it.
You're operating from a position of power and a position of strength.
Most people don't realize the type of
perception is reality.
Yeah, most people don't realize how much leverage they have in different situations until it's too late. A lot of people, if they played their leverage correctly, they could be in a much different position in life than they currently are. They just don't realize they have that leverage they currently have in one way or another. So, all right, let's move on.
When in doubt, reach out to David. He will absolutely boost your confidence and walk with you, and we will operate from a position of power.
Where there's a Dave, there's a way.
Where there's a Dave, there's a way. That is a true statement. It's on a T-shirt.
This
Actually, it's
next
not
one,
yet, but we need to make that T-shirt.
we do need to make that. This next one is for you, David, because I know you love HR. So here we go.
Hey, buddy. Thanks
Yeah.
for joining. No translator today?
No, I didn't think it was necessary. Why is HR here?
Yeah, I just wanted HR here to make sure that we're all on the same page.
All right, I'm adding my translator.
I really wish you wouldn't do that.
No, if you're going to have your translator, I'm going to have my translator.
Please don't. Hey, thanks for adding me. Ooh, HR is here. You're in trouble. No, I wanted to start this conversation off by saying you are not in trouble. You're in trouble. The leadership team here feels like you're just falling a little bit short of expectations. They don't like you. Thanks, translator. Thanks. Your perspective is always valuable. So it's not that we don't like you, okay? It's just that we feel like you're currently not thriving, and we're trying to cultivate an environment where everybody's thriving, okay? So the plan that we put
really
into
don't
place
like
is
you.
really just gonna allow you to thrive. They're pipping you.
Yeah, I got that one. So I know
Yeah,
that
put me in
I'm
the-
short of my goals, but the company as a whole is short of their goals. So does that mean that we pip the entire leadership team?
Ooh, that was a good one. I really appreciate your candor.
I like it.
While I do recognize that we are behind on our goals, I can assure you that our leadership team is working around the clock to execute on our company's mission and drive strategic results against our core values.
Well, that's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, he's saying that no, they won't be held accountable. Only low-level peasants like you will be held accountable.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah,
buddy.
that's
Thanks for joining.
This is a reminder
All right,
to everyone
all right.
that HR is not your friend.
HR is not
there
your
to help
friend.
you.
Get the hell away from them. HR should be deleted. There is a company here recently
Yeah.
that made
forget the name of
headlines.
the
I mean,
company.
it went crazy. So tell them about it.
Yeah, so there was this it was one of the tech companies. I forget the name. I should look it up. They actually fired their entire HR department. So apparently they were having some
Got rid of it.
random issues here and there, some internal issues here and there with, like a normal company would have. And it turns out what happened when they fired the entire HR department, just literally liquidated the whole thing. All these problems just went away. There were no
Yep.
more problems. All of these weird little
More
nitpicky things, all these people causing,
Yeah.
bullshit problems, it just went away.
All
I
gone.
think it went away for a number of different
Okay.
reasons. Some people who were causing nitpicky complaints might have been like, "Oh shit, they're gonna fire people if they
Oh shit!
cause
Yeah.
some shit."
If I keep
So they
causing,
stopped
if I
causing
keep,
shit.
if I keep making a mountain out of a molehill, they're gonna fire me. Oh, the temperature's 3 degrees colder than I like it. That's a misogynistic way to run your business, right? Goodbye. Fuck you. You're out.
It's so this
You don't
company
mesh
fired
well, right? We're
their
gonna put you on a
entire
pip.
so they fired their entire HR department, and it's funny, all these problems they were having just went away. And
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not surprised. HR stands for human
me-
resources. That should tell you that you are the resource.
You're the
You're
resource.
not a person
Yes.
that they care about. You're not an individual. You're not a
You're not
unique
there.
butterfly. You are a resource. You are we can
Yeah.
buy you or sell you at our will because you are a resource.
Yeah,
That's
we'll give them
human
the
resources.
the only thing they need to add is the wildly infuriating human resources voice to that, and that meme is and that whole skit is perfect, because if you guys have ever talked to a human resource person, they kind of want to talk slow and they want to be your
It's like
friend.
condescending,
And
like
I'm
they're
like,
talking down to you.
yeah, I get it. You're a failed lawyer. You couldn't actually hack the actual legal program to become a lawyer. So your second best option is to be human resources. I get it. You failed at what you wanted to do, because nobody's like, I want to be in human
Nobody wants
resources
to be
and fuck
human
everybody's
resources.
life up. Right? Like, you don't do that. Kindergartners not like, I want to be a little bitch when I grow up. Right? Nobody wants to do that.
So I knew David would love that one.
No.
All right,
Yeah,
now we can get
that's
into some.
here's one of the problems. So this is one of the things I want to point out. I almost interrupted the actual things that hit pause, because there's a phrase in there, there's a term in there that everybody loves to use, and I use it ironically. Unfortunately, I work at a company that doesn't really get my severe
ADHD.
disdain. And they think I'm like, oh, he wants to talk about leadership. There ain't no fucking leaders out there. No, there's no fucking leaders. You know, a leader is a leader. I'm a leader. I'm a leader. West is a leader. There are certain of us that step up and take the charge, and we will throw the weight of the success and the failures on our shoulders and carry them.
That's it.
That is leadership. Having a fucking committee reporting to you on every single thing and you never actually make a decision, you do everything based upon weighted algorithms. That's not leadership. That's not leadership. That means your company is leaderless if that's how you run things. If one of your phrases or your terms are, I don't do anything unless the data tells me to, you're not a fucking leader.
Right. That's it.
You are a follower and a mid-grade follower at that. So the term leadership, when you get into these big companies, corporate America companies, there's so few things on this planet that I have more disdain for than leadership.
All right,
Like,
David.
what are you doing? What are you leading? What are you leading?
So
You're leading
when
nothing. You're reading spreadsheets. Go away.
so when Flashpoint
Make a
gets to
decision.
be very big, when Flashpoint Safety Systems gets to be very big, you will have several roles in the company. One of your roles, David,
Yeah,
one of your
is to be a
roles,
leader. I got it.
no, one of your roles, since I'll be the CEO, of course, one of your roles will be to be the
Number
guy in the
one.
company who is allowed to call me out on every single piece of bullshit.
Anything. Yes.
Literally
Anything.
anything.
And you need that. So I
Every
did a
company
meeting.
needs that.
I had a meeting. I told you guys I went 2 hours and 2 hours back to back. The second 2 hours was a brand new presentation, a whole different take of how we do things typically. And the whole meeting, it was a criticize my work meeting. I literally said, guys, I do not want, I'm going to send this out to everybody. You are not to be like, oh, this is beautiful. I love this. It's so great. I don't want any of that shit. I want you to find every fucking flaw
Mhm.
in this thing. Because when this thing goes out, we all want to be super proud of it and it needs to be actually valuable. You
Right.
find a flaw, you call me out. David, what the were you thinking on this whole entire slide? All right, let's take a look at that slide. We'll break it down. If we got to get rid of it and create something completely new, we're going to do that.
Mhm.
Absolutely. You need to have somebody around. And if you're a true leader,
Right.
you want somebody
Yeah.
that says, all right, I need you to be the devil's advocate.
Mhm.
We need to have an honest argument against that. It's the, nope, I'm not going to go there. You not gonna go there. You need to have somebody to argue against it and challenge. It's not rude to challenge.
No, yeah. It's
If it's not rude to challenge, it is
right.
so much. I mean, super wildly beneficial to be challenged.
Absolutely.
Sorry,
So
go ahead.
you have heard me say many times, if I'm doing something
I don't
wrong,
know what I don't know.
tell me what I'm doing wrong because
If I'm
I
doing
don't
something
know what
wrong,
I
you
don't
got to
know.
tell me.
And if you
Yep.
don't tell me, I don't know.
See that? So I knew it. I knew it before he told you. I knew it before you said it.
Because
What
I've
you were
said
going
that
to
many
say.
times.
Yes, absolutely, many times, and it's no less true today than it was 5 years ago.
Mhm.
It'll be no less true in 10 years than it is today.
Mhm.
And if you live to be 200 years old, if we'll nickname you Methuselah, uh, but if you live to be 200 years old, it will be equally as true then.
That's it. That's exactly it.
Yes. All
Anyway,
right. Next
HR is not
one
your
up.
friend.
What do we
Let's move
got?
on.
HR sucks. Eat a dick.
You might like this next guy. We'll see.
Nobody accidentally makes fuck you money. The people who end up there usually have a few screws loose. First, you've got to be just delusional enough to believe that you can pull off shit everyone else thinks is impossible. If your goals sound completely reasonable to everybody around you, they're probably too small. Your
That's
brain also
bullshit.
never
Yeah,
shuts
I
the
agree.
fuck up. You're not motivated, you're obsessed. You'll be eating dinner, driving home, trying to sleep, and somehow you're still thinking about sales, marketing, hiring, pricing, or the next move. You don't clock out mentally. Then you become
I like
almost
this guy.
immune to rejection.
Mhm.
Most people hear 10 no's and quit. You'll hear 900 no's because you're the only one looking for 2 yeses that completely change your life. Every no
Yep.
just narrows the search. You wake up at 3 in the morning with an idea, and by 9, you're already testing it. Average people wait until Monday. You don't even wait until breakfast. And eventually, you stop needing everyone else to understand you. Some employees are going to think you're greedy. Some friends are going to think you've changed. Some people are going to call you an asshole. That's the price of making decisions other people are too scared to make. Making fuck you money isn't about being smarter than everybody else. It's about becoming the kind of person most people would never want to be. How many of those describe you? Nobody acts.
I think it's pretty good
Um,
advice. It's not really advice, it's just
yeah.
explaining the transformation that you need to be able to
Yep.
come to terms with in order to be that person. You know, a lot of people look at the CEO of a company or the founder of a company or the person who started this big, billion-dollar enterprise.
Which will be you here in a
Most
few years.
most people don't understand the sacrifices, not just like the sacrifices of time here and these things here and some monetary investments there, but like the sacrifices mentally and emotionally that you internally need to make. It takes a lot out of you, and it takes a very different type of mindset to be able to do these things. And before you know it, you're waking up at 3 a.m. thinking, oh shit, I got to do X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Oh, hang on, I got all these ideas over here. How do I, prioritize these different things? It's nonstop. I've mentioned to you before that like I can't even have normal conversations with some people because my mind is obsessed
Oh,
with all of this stuff happening over here. That's literally
oh,
all
I've
I can
watched
even
it.
focus on.
I've watched it that people try to have normal conversations with West, and um, and it's like, how do we turn that? How do we turn what this general person said? Oh, I on the weekend I like to garden my rhododendron. I think that's a bush. Uh, I think it's a
It's some
plant
kind
of
of
some
plant.
sort. And he's like, well, how can we turn that into a business? Right? You know, Wes is giving him 15 points, like how we can turn it into business
Well, you do the
and
same
how
thing
you
there.
can
Don't
monetize
just
it.
put that on me,
Oh,
but it's true
hey,
though.
I'm calling you out. I'm not leaving myself out of the equation here. But he talks about, most people hear 10 no's and they're done. Where we'll go through 10,000 no's to get the 2 yeses, and it got my mind thinking about Thomas Edison. Now, Thomas Edison was an
Yeah, that's right.
absolute douchebag.
This is a great one.
Is I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that it won't work.
When creating the
And
light bulb.
okay, yeah, he's talking about creating a light bulb, and that was the tungsten carbide filament in the vacuum. Okay, so there's before he got to that point of it of creating that, he didn't invent the light bulb. He just invented one that would last a lot longer, and then we decided collectively that we wanted planned obsolescence, and man, now we have shit light bulbs. But anyway, um, I have an LED bulb, and this is okay. We're gonna tangent number 72 for David tonight. B I have one of the original LED light bulbs
Mhm.
that first came out. It was like 50 some bucks
Still
because it
work?
was
Does it still work?
super long, works like a charm.
Yeah.
And the new ones I have to replace every 2 to 3
The new
years.
ones, and they marketed
Um,
these things as lasting, 15 years. It'll say right on
yeah,
the package, 15 years.
yeah.
Guess what? 2 months later, you're replacing the dumb thing.
Yeah, yeah, 3 years is what I'm getting out of most of them. A couple of them are lasting a little longer. The one that's in this, lamp, you can't see, it's off screen. It's was just replaced, and I'm that idiot that when the light bulb burns out, I'm like, "Did the breaker trip? Is the outlet bad?" And I go get my meter to start checking the voltage, and I'm like, "Oh, maybe the switch is bad." And then I'm like, "Well, maybe the bulb's just not working." And I put
Right.
a new bulb in it, and
How
it
many
works. I'm
Davids
like,
does it take to change a
"Man."
light bulb?
Yes, yes. So, it's like,
There's a
"Man,
joke in there.
you like to overthink and overcomplicate shit, don't you?" Like, "Well, I mean, the bulb is supposed to last a long freaking time." But, yeah, anyway,
Anyway,
backing out of
back
that,
to this guy.
tangent, this guy back to this guy's right here, right? Um, I would say his opening line is the most impactful. And it
Let's
doesn't have
replay
to
that
be
and
fuck
see.
you. It doesn't have to be fuck you money,
Nobody
but
accidentally
listen to
makes
it.
fuck you money. The people who end up there
All right,
usually have
here
a
you
few
go.
Nobody accidentally makes fuck you
All right.
money.
Nobody accidentally makes fuck you money. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be fuck you money. Nobody is accidentally successful.
I mean, I'd be happy with just like I mildly disagree with you money. I agree to disagree money.
Yeah, I agree to disagree. No, I want straight up fuck you money. I mean, fuck you. Yeah,
I do
fuck
want the fuck
you,
you money.
right? And I
That's
would do
everybody's
it all
dream, is
like
to do
that.
the Jim Brewer walkout. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Yeah.
You're cool. Fuck you. That's what everybody wants.
Yes.
Like that's the dream.
Yeah. That's it. That's what you want. And yeah, I mean, his opening line really drove it home. It's not accidental. And he
Yeah.
did say that, most of us have a few screws loose. And if you watch this show, you're like, yeah, these guys have some loose
It takes
screws.
a different type of person. Some people are content with a great, normal,
Yeah.
average life. Some
And that's
people,
fine. Well, okay,
no,
so I used the word successful
unfortunately for my
earlier,
wife,
and
some people are not happy with that. She
um,
wishes I were happy with that.
he was talking about the screws loose, right? He's like, "Yeah, we're a little nutty." But success is different to everybody. All right,
Mhm.
so I'm going to go back and clarify that
It is. You're right.
success
That's a great
for
conversation. That's a good one.
yeah for the young man who grew up and his dad was always working. They may have millions of dollars, but he never got to spend time with his dad. Success for him may be living in a trailer
Mhm.
out in the woods away from modern, elegant, or high society. We don't use modern, but high society.
Mhm.
And he works enough to provide, but then he's home with his children. To
Absolutely.
him, that is success.
And
And
yeah,
I do not believe that person is any less successful than somebody that has $1 trillion.
right.
To
People
me,
have a
those things are exactly the same.
unfortunately modern society with TV and social media and influencers and famous people, we have a really distorted view of what success is. You know,
Yeah.
most people
We
think
have
they
a
want to be a
myopic we have a
CEO. Most
myopic
people
view.
right, most people think they want that $1 billion. They want to be CEO. They want to be this famous person. Um, you know, when in reality, they're much better suited for something. They maybe not a CEO, maybe they'd be better as a CMO, or a director of XYZ in the organization. They don't need to be CEO.
There are there
People
are
don't
people that work at the
realize.
DMV
Yeah,
and if you were to put them into a role that was, in some of our opinions, not my opinion, in some of our opinions, more successful role, they would be absolutely miserable.
that's it. So
They
people,
don't have the
most people,
guardrails. Yeah,
I would wager most people at
most.
5 o'clock they want to turn off, go home, sit in front of the TV,
Yep.
play video games, and that's their success, and that's great. That's good for them. For other people, I've never had that. Even when I was working for a Fortune 500 company, I've literally my entire career, I've never known the 9 to 5 life. I've
Yeah.
it's just not how I'm wired. At 5 p.m. after normal work hours, if I'm still not doing something, like I'm looking for something to do, you know.
It's tough. It's tough sometimes. Like, I try not to be a house cleaning Nazi around here. Um, but when I the days when I'm like, for my mental sanity at 5 o'clock, I'm done. I walk
Yeah,
out, or at 4 o'clock, or on Fridays at noon when I walk out of this room.
yeah.
And I've put well more than 40 hours in, well over 40 hours, and I walk out of here at the end of the week. I have to have something to do.
That's it.
I have to.
Well, David,
I've got to be something.
we come up with business models, marketing plans,
Yeah,
and
oh,
business
yes.
models, and
Yeah. Yeah, Pizza Hut, call
like
me,
that's what we do for
bro.
fun.
Call me. I can
It's
make
funny.
your rise from the ashes. We could call you Phoenix Pizza Hut at this point. With the rise from the ashes that I could give you guys. It's
I
insane. Disney,
Yeah,
fire that guy you guys just hired who's actually kind of shit in the bed as a
yeah.
CEO. Bring me in. I've got a plan to literally double your frickin' I can put you back and more where you were. I can extend I can double your market value in less than a year. Just
Your Pizza Hut
for the
plans
love of
are big
Pete.
plans. You got big plans for Pizza Hut.
The Pizza Hut plans are good. The Disney plans are astra frickin'
I
nomical.
still agree. If Disney hired you and I to come in and rebuild the organization, we could make that happen. But
Yeah.
so it's funny.
I have a CEO. This is okay.
Yeah.
West started this. He's like, David, what you don't understand is we're nerds and we create business plans for people that don't have anything to do with us. I have a full tilt business plan for Disney, everything soup to nuts for Disney. That's not a small task, but my brain has to be engaged with something. Um, back when I worked over in Ohio, I used to take meetings with people, and there were certain people I was engaged with, and their conversation kept me in. And then I
Mhm.
had other people come into my office to have conversations that I had to put something on my computer to keep my brain
Yeah.
engaged so that I could actually hear and understand. Because otherwise, I was going to drift off into nothingness with this
There's
person.
a certain level
And
of
at the end of
ADD
it, be
that comes
like,
along with
thank
this.
you. Yeah. Thank you for coming in and our conversation today. I don't remember any of it because it wasn't worth remembering. Have a good day.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
it sounds mean. It sounds mean, but it's the different tier of people. And I recognize my weakness, and I know that I have to have something that keeps part of my brain engaged. Otherwise, it's gonna be like, hey, bro, let's go fucking do this thing over here, man.
Right.
And I've got to keep it there.
Yeah, and there's a certain level of ADD that comes along with being this type of person.
Yes.
I get it.
So
So
you guys don't get to see it, but when I log into the show, my name when I log into the show is ADH Dave. So
ADH
it's
Dave.
ADHD. So it's ADH hyphen Dave, so that it's ADHD. So
That's pretty funny. All right, here's the next one.
hashtag diagnosed.
Let's see what this guy. I don't remember all of these, but let's see what this one is.
Yeah, apparently
What
you
we got
can
here?
find people's private Claude chats just by searching on Google. Apparently, you just type this into the search bar.
This is one of the normal life
and then
sort
you
of
click
hacks, I guess.
this. Oh dear!
So apparently, if you use
Don't try
Claude,
this. You didn't hear.
if you use Claude AI platform, don't ask it anything inappropriate because apparently all of this is logged publicly, and Google has access to every Claude chat. So you can literally Google private Claude chats. So that's a thing now.
Yeah. Okay.
People ask
First of
AI
all,
some
I
weird
don't know.
shit, man.
I don't know who this guy is, but 2.5 seconds in, I wanted to punch him in the nose.
This from me. Yeah, apparently you can find people's
It's
Oh
true.
my
He's
God,
very low
no.
energy. He
Okay.
just smoked a doob.
Yeah.
And he's playing with
Yeah.
Google and Claude.
Yeah. And I already am absolutely no chance in hell am I going to use Claude. Why? Because they put too many mother freaking snakes on a plane. No, too many commercials in my YouTube, Wi-Fi shows, and other videos, and even Facebook with the Claude nonstop. You know what, Claude? F you. And who's the parent company of Claude? Intrepid, not Intrepid.
No. Yes, you asked me too fast.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't
but
remember.
it kind of has the Intrepid feel to it. It's,
No, you asked me too fast.
son of a biscuit. Anyway, but you know what? Those folks, I'm not going to do any business with you because your advertising marketing interrupts my life, and I want nothing to do with you. Do not interrupt my life. If
Also,
I
now
want your products and services, I will look for them. But if you interrupt my life, I will guarantee not a chance in hell. Out.
also now that it's known that private Claude chats are searchable on Google, that's a bigger problem, I think. But all right. All right, here's
Okay,
this
so
guy's thing.
Google. So all right. Let's see here. Private Claude chats.
Claude chats just. Yeah, apparently you can find people's private Claude chats just by searching on Google. Apparently you just type this into the search bar and then you click this. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Don't try this. You didn't hear this from me.
Also, don't smoke weed. Let's move on. Let's see
Dude, this guy, man, Jiminy Christmas. I mean, there's no, I can't take it. I can't take it. His presence, and I'm not saying him being around me would make me angry, but his like room presence, his
right.
his
Yeah,
fill.
we've all been in the room
His
with that one person you just want to punch in the nose for
Yeah.
no reason.
Yeah. His demons don't play well with my demons.
I get it. I understand.
That's all there's to. The guy may be cool as can be. His demons do not play well with my demons. I want nothing to do with you.
Fair enough. Let's see what this next one is.
3 psychological laws that will make you disgustingly good at sales.
Disgustingly good at sales. Let's see what it says.
All right.
1 is loss aversion. Daniel Kahneman proves something that most closers get completely wrong. Losing something hurts so much more than gaining something feels good. People don't buy because of what they can gain. People buy because they can finally see what it's costing them to stay the same. So,
all right.
We've talked about that in the
We've
past.
talked about that.
We have absolutely talked about that in the past.
You mentioned so we've talked about the idea of not necessarily what is the cost of a product, what is the cost of inaction from not consuming that product?
What's the cost of a
What's the cost of
flashpoint
inaction?
safety go system?
What's
the cost of it? It's I'm gonna make up a number. I have no clue.
Yeah.
I'm not part of his sales team. I'm gonna say it's $500. All right, so it's $500. That's great. That sounds expensive to some people. It sounds pretty low to others. The cost of inaction could be the loss of your home
or life,
or your child's life.
Right.
So the cost of inaction versus $500 now all of a sudden is like, man, that's all it's going to cost me.
Yeah.
So yeah, understanding that. I mean, all right. So far,
his first point, I kind of agree with.
So far, again, this is another guy with the. I don't know if it's his microphone, his speech. I don't know what it is, but it sounds like when he's saying the S, it's like
you don't like the
super
accent.
high. It's killing me. I don't like the accent. I don't know where he's from. It might be Nigeria. I don't know. I'm not a fan.
All right, let's get to his next point.
Stop selling the dream and start selling what they've lost already and what they stand to lose every month that they don't decide. Law 2 is the Zeigarnik effect. He found that waiters could memorize an entire unpaid bill right up until the moment that the bill was paid. Then they forgot it completely. Open loops stay in the prospect's mind. Closed loops don't. That's why if your prospects are checking out, it's because you're answering too many questions. Use open loop questions.
So there's actually a good principle here as well, because you know as well as I do, if you give somebody too much information, they'll zone it all out. If you give them a few key points of information that they can focus on, that's far more valuable. What do you think?
Yeah,
I don't want to agree with
the
it, but
core of this. The core of this is when you're doing things, you need to ask open-ended questions. You need to end up in a conversation, and any good closer, any good seller, and any amazing closer, we're going to be on that open-ended question part of it until we need to close. You don't close with open-ended questions. So there's a little bit here, a little bit of wiggle room to keep a client engaged. Yes. I fully disagree with the whole, hey, once the check is closed out, I forget it completely. There's some things that need to happen in there where they can basically flush memory. It's not like they go back there, CD ... flush. They're not back there DNS, flushing the DNS and IP config release and renew type stuff. So there's a little bit here, but the general gist of this, of the asking and doing of the open-ended questions to keep a client
I think the
engaged
open-ended
is good.
questions is a way of leading into the idea of his core idea, which he's not communicating very well. I think his core idea is, if you give people too much information, they're going to zone out. They're going to forget most of what you said. But if you give them just enough information on a few key points, they'll stick with you. Yes.
And what's funny is the presentation I was talking to you guys about today that I want people to critique and I want people to be brutally honest. I need a breakdown on this because we do want to produce a good product. It is something different because it's not a overload of information. It is solutions based versus a product based, which, at the very last slides on it have a ton of product data, but that's not for the presentation. That's not for presentation. That's for them to take with them. We can print those slides out and here you go. Here's these slides. Now they're going to remember the impact because it's a solutions part of it. It's going to scratch that part. Like, how do I fix this? Oh, yeah, this XYZ product. And they're going to go, oh, I got that sheet right here. Oh, yeah, boom, done. So they're going to do the own product part of it so you don't have to. And
Mhm.
if they come to the conclusion that your product is their solution, which is what you're teaching them,
Right.
then it's a much easier sell, much easier close. All right, continue on.
All right, here's his
This
number
guy's
3.
2
Let's
for
get to his
3
number
so
3.
far. 2 for 2.
The discovery and in the pitch to keep your prospects engaged. And thirdly, commitment and consistency. People will move mountains to stay consistent with something that they've said out loud. So in your discovery, getting your prospects to explain why this is so important to them, why they can no longer wait, why they can't delay, and holding them to a new identity. By the time that it gets to the real decision, saying no feels like they're contradicting themselves and causing cognitive dissonance, which nobody wants to do. None of this works without actual skill built underneath it. Comment roadmap if you want my sales system.
I don't disagree. So
Comment back if you want me to send you a bill to do a sales system. I love it. If you're good at something, never do it for free.
So again, I think he's not communicating these very well. Like this third point, it's the
I
idea
think he's
of
not
early in the conversation
Yeah.
getting them to agree with you on one point, so that way at the end of the conversation they can't disagree with you. Is
Yeah,
essentially kind of what
otherwise
he's
they're
trying to get.
contradicting themselves. Yeah.
Right.
So it basically, you getting them to admit what their lines in the sand are. Right here, no farther, right? Jean-Luc Picard, or saying, "Hey, these are the barriers to execution, XYZ," and then through your presentation, you're removing those barriers. And at the end of it, you post a question: have I removed the barriers? Are we ready to move forward? Well, for them to say anything other than yes, they're contradicting what they said earlier. So
Right. And
there is
psychologically,
absolute
we
value in
don't
this.
like to do that.
Yeah. Core psychologically, we don't want to do that. Now, one of the things that I would say this guy is doing is he's selling his product.
Right. He's trying
So
to get you to buy his thing.
I don't know that now I'm giving him a lot of credit, probably more credit than he's worth, but that he is wording this and doing this intentionally to where it has some vagueness and there's some interpretation that you're like, wait,
Right.
what does that mean?
I think
How
you and
does
I
he do
can
it? If
translate what
he's
he's trying to say. I think the average
Yeah,
person isn't really going
yeah,
to get it to the degree that we do.
yeah, yeah, and that's yeah. I would that and that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this guy, because of the 3 points he made were so good, I have a hard time believing that he's not able to articulate them clearly
Right.
in his message. So
Agreed.
I'm led to the assumption that he's doing it on purpose. And the fact that he's got Sigmund Freud back in the background there
He's got the
over
Freud
his
dude.
left
Yeah.
shoulder, he's got Freud back there. The guy at least has some wherewithal of mental manipulation.
Right.
So girls, watch your drink around this guy.
So I agree with his 3 points. I don't think he communicated them in a way that people are able to understand very well, but I agree with you in that I think that's deliberate, so you'll comment whatever he said to comment
Yeah.
so you can get his product and buy his
Yep.
thing or whatever. All right, let's move
Yeah.
on.
All right.
I think you're
Who
gonna
we
like
got?
this next guy. I do remember this next guy. He's pretty cool. I like this
Is he a
next guy.
chef? Is it Chef Jean Pierre?
He's dressed like Colonel Sanders.
Oh, okay.
How can somebody
Steve
connect with a
Sanders.
billionaire?
Read a book called Never Eat Alone. If you're just going to sit at your desk and not get out your comfort zone, if you're not going to have lunch, if you're not going to go to a convention, if you're not going to network, you're not going to do shit. Luck doesn't just come. Luck comes when you're looking for opportunity. If you're not looking for
Pause.
opportunity, you're going no.
Chance favors the prepared mind. That is from Under Siege 2.
Fortune
So
favors the bold.
chance,
Unknown.
yeah, fortune favors the bold. That is that the latest movie was what's the Queen song? Bohemian Rhapsody. Chance favors the bold. That's a quote out of that movie as well. So it's probably out of a couple of others. So go ahead and play because so far this guy is laying down effing gold. This guy
We're
is
fast.
laying
There's
down
a lot of
gold.
people like a gerbil on a spin wheel. They're running the fuck all day long. At the end of the day, oh my God, I'm exhausted.
you
Hey, you went
more.
no fucking where. You got to leave the cage. You got to get outside. You got to come around. Hey, I'm at this convention. I'll speak here. I'll go there. I'll go to the happy hour. I'll network. You're not going to make money or find opportunity or luck or blessings or whatever you want to call it in the cage running on a spin wheel.
How can somebody connect?
David, how many times have you told me I got to get out of the house and go meet people? I got to go do stuff.
Jesus.
Hey, I'm going
This
to this
fucking
thing. You got to
guy-
come to this thing. Constantly.
This fucking guy, he must have randomly been drinking with me somewhere, and I laid all this knowledge
I think
on
this guy
him.
has a drunken David Leffingwell story somewhere.
Yeah, I guarantee you this guy has a drunk with David Leffingwell story. At some point in his life, he got drunk with me, and his life trajectory just changed, and all of a sudden he's like, oh fuck yeah. Yeah, I can't say yes loud enough to this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, yes. All right,
Get out,
okay,
get
we gotta
out
listen
of
to
your cave and make it happen.
Yeah, yeah, and the squirrel cage, right? He's talking about running on the gerbil cage or whatever, the squirrel cage or gerbil cage, depending on what month it is.
The little hamster wheel. Yeah.
The hamster wheel. And you're tired, you wore out, and then you go home and you didn't fucking do anything, right? I mean, that's kind of how he put it. You didn't fucking do anything. You didn't get anything fucking done.
Mm-hmm.
I am nearly world famous for saying there is a significant difference between being busy and being productive.
Yeah.
There are many people in their lives that they are busy.
Just
Busy,
nonstop
busy. They're busy all the time.
What
They're
have-
like,
what have they done?
man, I was so busy today. All right, how productive were you?
Mhm.
And the conversation falls flat instantly. Like, what did you actually accomplish? Well, I was busy. Well, there's a difference between busy and productive.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I love that. And you know what? Let's listen to this guy one more time. I'm going to shut up. I want to play it all the way through. I'll shut up because this is gold. This is definitely worth watching a second time.
How can somebody connect with a billionaire?
Read a book called Never Eat Alone. If you're just going to sit at your desk and not get out your comfort zone, if you're not going to have lunch, if you're not going to go to a convention, if you're not going to network, you're not going to do shit. Luck doesn't just come. Luck comes when you're looking for opportunity. If you're not looking for opportunity, you're going nowhere fast. There's a lot of people like a gerbil on a spin wheel. They're running the fuck all day long. At the end of the day, oh my God, I'm exhausted. Hey, you went no fucking where. You got to leave the cage. You got to get outside. You got to come around. Hey, I'm at this convention. I'll speak here. I'll go there. I'll go to the happy hour. I'll network. You're not going to make money or find opportunity or luck or blessings or whatever you want to call it in the cage running on a spin wheel.
How can somebody connect?
Oh God. I mean, I might, you know what? I need to have you send that to me. You got to send it over to me because I'm going to send it out to every person on my team.
Yeah,
I'm sending
it's a
that
good
to
one.
every person on my team.
I'll send it to you.
That is absolutely wonderful. I like this guy. I might hunt him down. I might hunt that old guy down.
I'll
Be
try.
like,
I'll try and
"Bro,"
find out who this guy
and
is.
he's gonna be like,
We'll see.
Dave, we got drunk down in Texas. You remember? I'm like, no.
Not at all. Who are you? I don't
Were
remember the
you there when
conversation
the
at all.
midget attacked the homeless guy with the one leg?
The midget and the
True story.
the paraplegic
by the
were the amputee were fighting. All right, here we go. Next one.
Can someone please tell me why they don't teach this in school?
this guy
If you want to
again.
get a Porsche 911 in 28 days, here's what you need to do. Go to Airbnb, find a rich guy's listing, make sure it's in a nice area, screenshot the page, then go to openart.ai/director, type in this exact prompt with the screenshot. It will vibe direct to a walkthrough video, and it can make up to 5-minute long videos. But here's how you're actually going to make money. Scroll to the bottom of the listing and click message host, sell it to them for $500. Do this twice a day for the next 28 days, and you got yourself a 911.
After doing this the last month, I have no idea why nobody else is
Wait a
talking
minute.
about
Wait,
this.
wait,
This is a website.
Stop. Okay. This is a level of retardedness.
Is this a good way to make money, David?
This is a level of retardedness I can't. Oh my God. Okay. First of all, do this twice a day for 28 days. That's $1,000 a day. It's $28,000. A fucking Porsche does not cost $28,000 fucking dollars. So the general math on this is off.
I don't think math is quite their skill set.
Math are not these people's strong points. It's the lady like, if you saved $1 a day for a year, you would have $40,000. Like,
days, and you
I'm
got
sorry,
yourself
what?
a 911.
Yeah, this girl, math is not her skill set.
After doing
Yeah, math not her skill set.
With the
other part
screenshot,
of
it will
is-
vibe.
Okay,
ahead.
so the it'll vibe a walkthrough. It'll vibe a walkthrough. Okay, so you're obviously selling your
AI
I'm gonna say
walkthrough.
looks. I'm gonna say you're selling on your looks,
She's selling her looks. Yeah.
which are you're a 6.5 at best. First of all, I mean I'm a low 1.2, so I'm a good judge of your absolute 4.5 to 6 looks anyway. You're dumb as a rock. Jiminy Christmas, you're stupid as could be. So
Yeah, nobody's
anybody
buying
worthwhile is gonna
your
be like,
AI walkthrough
you're
for
out.
thousands of
Yeah,
dollars.
yeah, because for $500 you can sell to this, or that person could just see your video and go do it for free.
Or they can see that it's
So
AI and looks nothing like the property that they're trying to rent out and say, "Oh, this
yes,
is AI
yeah,
slop.
oh yeah,
I'm not gonna put this on my property."
I'm gonna get nailed for false advertisement and get sued for millions. No, I think I'll just or thousands. I'm gonna pay them 500. I'm gonna do that twice a day for 28 days and give them a Porsche. And okay, so that's the part that really pisses me off. Like $1,000 a day for 28 days, you're getting 28K. You're getting 28K. You're getting a down payment, or you get a GTRS 3. No, a GT3 RS. No, you're not getting that shit. You're gonna get a 1998 Porsche Carrera, not a Carrera, not even a Carrera. You get to push a Boxster for 28K.
Well, you get a
Okay.
down payment for a 1998 Boxster. You're not
Yeah, you
actually
get a
gonna get a
down payment
Boxster.
for a fucking Boxster. And oh my god, this is so fucking stupid. So stupid. I
Yep.
can't take it. All right, we got to
Thumbs
skip
down.
on. This yeah, that one hurts my head.
You might like this
That one
next
hurts
one.
my head, bro.
This is a good one here.
When you don't have motivation to work out, always remember this powerful quote.
Stop being a bitch and come on.
When you don't have
I love it. I love it. I love it. And so I actually got my ass downstairs. I wasn't feeling well because I'm old and fat. And earlier today I was like, don't be a bitch. So I was like, I got to go downstairs, at least get on a treadmill for 20, 30 minutes. And I did. I went downstairs, got on a treadmill for 20, 30 minutes. And I did not feel good, but I got my ass down there. I did it. And that exact image of don't be a little bitch was what motivated me to go down there and get it
That's
done.
it. Next time you don't want to work out, everybody watching and listening,
motivation to work out, always remember this powerful quote.
Stop being a bitch and come on.
When you don't have
That's it.
Stop being a bitch and come on. Yep.
All right.
You know
next
what?
one.
If I owned a gym, that would be
Put that up on the wall.
image on the door.
The lady or the dude?
Stop being a little bitch and come on.
That's
the lady's just what we call a gym hoe. All right. So yeah, good for her. You're wearing spandex. Good for you. Move on with life.
All right. Next one. Here we go.
So I like to call this the 1% mindset secret.
Now, this lady, you
Oh,
think
you're
she
a
has the
fucking idiot
1%
already.
mindset
You're
secret?
an absolute fucking idiot.
Let's hear her 1%
I'm already
mindset secret.
okay. Oh, okay. So right now I'm absolutely making fun of her straight
She
up.
might have some gold,
And
David. You don't know.
I am hoping I have to eat my words, but
You might be eating crow after this.
I don't think I'm going to.
Let's see.
I don't think I'm going to need it. I think this lady's going to be a fucking idiot.
All right, let's see what she says.
Across all the millionaires I've met, we all have this exact.
She's met a lot of millionaires, by the way, apparently.
And
Across
she's
all
one
the
of them.
millionaires I've met. She has a
Yeah,
whole
and
lot.
she's one of them. OnlyFans has done well for her.
Same mindset, and in one sentence it goes, I can, I will, I do, no matter what, no matter when, no matter how. So the first part is I can. Simply
Well, shit.
self-belief. I'm not going to make excuses for why I can't. You cut that shit out. You say
God
I
damn
can
it.
despite my limitations. 2, you actually do. A lot of people sit around just thinking nice shit or researching and never acting. So they believe in themselves, they do, and then this is the most important part. I will, no matter what, no matter when, no matter how, aka no matter what, I will not quit. No matter when, no matter how long it takes. And no matter how means no matter how it happens, I know it is done. The minute I decide it is done, and it is simply my job to show up and believe that. And if you have this mindset, you genuinely will get anywhere in life, because anyone successful is not different than you. They just believed in themselves, they did the work, and they didn't quit, and they had delusion. So
Don't judge a book by its cover, David.
God damn it. Give me that plate of crow. Can you pass the crow, please? Can you please
Right.
pass the crow?
I think she
This
surprised
lady gets
everybody
all of
watching
the
this.
apologies. Yeah, she gets all of the apologies because if there was a statement that explained me and my mindset, I don't think I could have articulated it as well as she did.
Right.
And absolutely eating the crow. I'm really glad I gave that I hedged my bet. Like, I really hope I'm wrong part at the beginning of this because yeah, damn.
That was good
Yes, I
advice.
mean,
And mindset plays a big
there
part of it. It
yeah,
does.
there is. And it is very important to believe in yourself. And
I
when you make that decision to go this and do that and you go for it, that
I'll tell you.
nothing's going to stand in your way. Yes, you're going to have hiccups, you're going to have battles, you're going to have things, but you know what? You're going to give out the, from the guy earlier and give it the fuck you, and you're going to keep going. I don't, the guy even earlier is like, I got 10,000 no's to get the 2 yeses. That's how it goes. And some days that's just how it be. And people that are motivated in that world, I was going to use the word successful, but I want to
Success is
not make success
subjective. Yeah.
is very relative. Is very relative and very
It's
subjective.
subjective. Yeah.
So, but for people that have that mindset of success, is like, this is the attainment. You know what? This is about attainment of goals. So successful, that works because it doesn't matter what your goal is. It could be what the example that I laid out earlier. It could be somebody who's wildly financially successful. It could be somebody who
I like to call this the 1%.
oh, dear Lord. Oh yeah, yeah. You're like, oh yeah. Hey, how do I get that hook from the place to shut Dave up? Just start playing this girl again. I hate the intro that she had, but she shut both of us
It
up.
was
And
so
then
you
we
and
talked
so
a
we're
whole
on
lot.
we're on show number 317 right now. We've been saying since day one, literally episode 1, everybody has that $1 million idea. Everybody has a $1 million idea. And everybody has an idea that is not just like this pie in the sky dream. Everybody has that actually one idea at some point in their life that if they acted on it and executed properly, it would genuinely, legitimately be a multi-million dollar idea. Everybody has had one. Guarantee it. The people
Oh,
who
absolutely.
the people who actually are successful in that endeavor, though, are people who have that
Execute.
mindset. They can say, I'm doing this. I'm going to make it happen. This is how I'm going to do it. And when it's done, it's done. We're going to do this. It's the mindset. And only a few people are able to execute on that. It's a very few people. I mean, there are, countless people around the world doing it, but most people do not. And because they don't have the
Yeah.
mindset.
They
I'm
don't have the
starting
mindset.
flashpoint
They're not
safety
willing to
systems.
take the risk.
I'm taking flashpoint safety systems, creating flashpoint safety systems, and it's one of those ideas that most people, I think, they would have had the idea, and they're like, it's in their mind they would at least thought
much.
it's too big for me, it's too much.
It's too
Somebody
big.
else
Too big. Too
can
much.
do this thing.
So I
It's
get
the
this. I
mindset. You
get
got to
this
get out
even
there
in
and
my
do it.
even in my company, even in the company I work for. My old boss, the guy I worked to just before the lady that I work for now. We were talking about things. We're in a open meeting with our whole team, and I'm saying we've got to address these kind of a couple of core issues. They're complex, but they're not, in my opinion, without the ability to solve. And his feedback to me was, David, you're trying to solve world hunger. And you know what my response back was? Shouldn't we do that?
That's a great response.
Shouldn't we do that? I mean,
See, I think what he actually
I mean,
meant was not necessarily like world hunger, like it's a great endeavor. I think what he
It's a
actually
great
meant to
endeavor.
say was something along the lines of, David, you're trying to boil the ocean. That's a much better analogy for what I think he was trying to say.
Yeah, no. It was somebody that, that there are people out there that they know their limits, that are in their box. They believe this is where they only have influence in this. Anything outside of that is irrelevant. Like, hey, these are the rules we have to play by, and we still have to be successful in this box.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not afraid to go back to be like, hey, because you made this policy change, we're going to have negative market share. And they're going to go, well, that's unacceptable. I'm like, well, then get rid of this change. Do this instead. So I'm not afraid to do that. And there are other people that are.
Right.
I'm not. I'm not afraid to call the CEO of the company I work for and be like, bro,
Yeah.
look here.
You're right.
You got a lot of stupid people working for you. We've got to clear this out.
Well, look,
you got to refresh this, bud.
Going back to Flashpoint, one of the reasons that we're as far along down the road of creating Flashpoint safety systems as we are is because there's nobody there to tell us we can't do it. There's nobody sitting there saying, giving us rules and guidelines. We, the royal we. We're literally just making up as we go along.
And you got people like me that are outside of your business being like, hell yeah, you can do that. I can knock it out.
I mean,
yeah,
there's nobody saying no, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, you can make that happen. Yeah,
there's nobody saying no, so I'm gonna keep going down this highway at 90 miles an hour, and we're just gonna make it happen.
Wes will call me up. Hey, David, what do you think about? Can I do this? I'm like, oh yeah, you can do that, man.
Why not?
Have that happen. Why not? What's standing in your way, man? There's nothing fucking do it.
All right, we're gonna do it.
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's do this stuff.
Don't judge
all right.
So this lady had great advice.
Absolutely, this lady classifies under the don't judge the book by its cover. I don't know what kind of business she is. She does talk about millionaires as if she was one of them.
She may be with advice.
I'd like to know where she made her money from.
Yeah,
and offer her my sincere apology about the OnlyFans joke, even though it was hilarious. I do apologize about the implications, but not the joke itself, because the joke still has merit.
Never apologize for a good joke. If it's a good joke,
don't apologize
to whoever it is.
It's a good joke.
It's a good joke.
You forced me to eat crow, so congratulations. I will drink to that.
That is a good revenge.
To be fair, I'll drink to a lot. So yeah. All right.
Fair.
But yes, I to be fair, I do this lady. I love it. It's
all right.
Good. Great advice. I don't call it a hack. I call it a mentality and a way of life. But yes,
all right.
She's got my vote.
So this next guy, I didn't plan it this way, but this next guy basically says exactly what she was saying, just in a much different way.
Okay. All right.
You can do whatever the fuck you want in this world. I sell patches that just say drugs.
That's basically it.
I fucking love it. You can do whatever you want. Okay. All right. Okay. Different approach. Is there any more to that, or is that
nobody's stopping me?
That's it.
About over the week. You can do whatever the fuck you want in this world. I sell patches that just say drugs, and nobody's stopping me. Just go for it. You can do whatever.
That's it. He's not wrong. It's the same. It's the same message. It's the exact same message as the lady before. He's not wrong.
I'm having a hard time of which one of these people I like best.
Right.
Now,
I don't like drugs. I don't advocate drugs. I don't recommend anybody do illegal drugs. Even some legal drugs I don't recommend. But like, I kind of want to hang out with this guy.
Yeah, this guy's business idea is selling patches that just say drugs.
Right.
I mean, the guy. I mean, he's not a millionaire, but he's probably made a handful of thousands of dollars on patches that say drugs. Yeah, he might be. There might be enough of a market out there.
This might be one of his 25 businesses. We don't know.
Yeah, one of his passive ways to make income. But yeah, I mean, it's a patch that says drugs. I mean, there's nothing that's copyrightable about that. There's nothing you can trademark about that. But if you're the only person out there in the world that has the balls to make patches that say drugs,
if there's nobody saying you can't do this, go do it. If you think you can do it, go do it. Unless there's somebody literally standing in your way saying you cannot do this, go do it.
I'm telling you right now. Here's an idea for the populace. So I have dropped a ton of business ideas on this show over the.
Somebody should watch all 317 episodes of our show and find every single one of David's ideas he's given away for free.
Give it away for free. This one's going to be great. This one's going to be great. This one alone will turn you into a billionaire. This one alone will turn you into a billionaire.
All right, what is it?
Okay, you need a small piece of land. You need 2 buildings. You need a dual drive-through. Okay, one of these drive-throughs is going. I want to preface this. I don't drink coffee. I wake up in the morning and I'm just fucking awesome.
You're not a coffee
All right?
person. Yeah.
I'm not a coffee person. Occasionally, I'll drink Red Bull, but the only time I don't drink Red Bull is at like after 5 o'clock because I don't want to be up till 3. Back in the day, I could drink Red Bull and just go to sleep, but I can't do that anymore. So, from 12 to 5 or something like that, I can drink Red Bull.
Okay.
But not a coffee person. I don't need to get up. When I get up, my feet hit the floor. I am 100%. What you see now is what you get the second my feet hit the floor.
As long as you're conscious,
not a
this
coffee
is
guy.
what happens. Yes.
Yeah. If I'm awake, if I'm conscious, this is what you get. You can waylay me with questions. I'm not cranky. I'm not irritable. No. I'm ready to go. But other people aren't. Fuck Starbucks. Starbucks coffee. And I don't know anything about. I don't know. What is it? There's a phrase. I don't know about fuck about dick or something like that. I don't know what it is. There's a phrase. It's out of a movie. I'll figure it out. Shit about dick. Maybe. Anyway, I'm not a coffee guy, but I do understand logistics, putting people through lines. And if I had if I want to make a coffee shop, I'm going to make 2 coffee shops. 2. I've got a piece of land, a square piece of land. I'm gonna have a small driveway up and a dual driveway out the middle, right? So I can get people in and out quickly, or in the middle and out on the edges. The idea behind that is I want to send people in on one lane that is black coffee, sugar, cream.
Okay.
That's all that goes on that side.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Right? I want 15-second coffee over here.
Okay.
Go. The other coffee is for you complicated motherfuckers like my wife, who sends me and has me saying words that I don't know what they fucking mean.
They just make up terms for their coffee and the way
I really do. I really honestly think I think the wife makes up shit and the people inside know that she's making up
Paul
shit,
Rudd
and they go
movie
along
quote,
with it.
where he's like, I'll have a large coffee. She's like, you mean a venti? He's like, no, I want a large. She's like, venti means large. He's like, no, venti means 20. Now you're
Venti means 20, but if you go any further, there's a venti wind that goes even back to Grecian times. So I mean, because he goes in and says you're stupid in, was it 2 or 3 languages?
Yeah,
in 2 languages. In reality, she's stupid in 3 languages. So
no, that's a great idea, David. We'll call it Starfucks.
So yeah. Well, that'd be great. They'd sue us every fucking day. So whoever's out there, look here. It's not a big property line, and whatever the fuck you do, do not take on what's that chicken? Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A's drive-through. Chick-fil-A, why is your drive-through so complicated? So fucking complicated. You have a speaker. I don't need 15 employees outside to take my order just so I can sit and drive past the speaker that I could have just ordered at.
Look,
you did not make anything any faster.
David, here's the difference.
Fucking idiots.
I'll tell you the difference in 2 words. Raising Cane's.
Fucking idiots.
Raising Cane's. They sell one thing.
Chicken fingers.
They sell one
they sell
thing,
chicken.
and
Yeah,
they
chicken
have the
fingers.
slowest drive-through in the history of time. If you sit in Raising Cane's drive-through, you may actually go backwards in time. It's so slow. Versus a Chick-fil-A, it's overly complicated. There's too many employees out there helping you, but guess what? You get through the drive-through way quicker than Raising Cane's.
Well, possibly then. So we're finally getting a Raising Cane's over here. Finally, it's not open yet. It's
prepare for lines around the block. People love Raising Cane's because it's delicious, but their drive-through is ridiculous. They sell one product. Raising Cane's, figure your shit out.
Yeah. You make chicken. Have chicken ready, bro. Just fucking keep making all day long, morning, noon, and night. Make fucking chicken because that's what you sell.
That's it.
I don't understand how.
All right, if you include the fries and you include the Texas toast, three things.
And the toast.
Three
Oh my God,
things
the toast. Okay.
maximum.
Yeah.
On the
Okay.
outside, you
So
make
yeah,
three things.
but they don't interfere with each other. Well, I guess the fries and the fryer do.
They're not using the
So
same
chicken
fryer.
fries. They're not using the same fryers. You're
Right.
right. They're not using the same fryers. So you have a this is the oh shit, the intro to macroeconomics. I'm going to go remedial class 094, where you have a sandwich slicer to make sandwiches. And you can only make you have 3 employees, and it doesn't matter how many more employees until you add another sandwich slicer
Right.
and counter and toaster. So either expand your stores to
When you
include
look in
more
the
of these.
drive-through window at Raising Cane's, there's 15 kids running around behind the counter in
Yeah.
there. I don't know what they're doing, but they're not making chicken
So
because I've been sitting in the
you and I
drive-through for 20 minutes trying to buy a 3-piece for my kids.
Yeah. So you and I we've done the Raising Cane's on Ohio State's campus.
Oh, yeah.
And
I forgot about that. You're right.
We're not there. We're not there at prime business. Actually, it might be prime business hours on Ohio
Maybe.
State's campus. But it's 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning, and we're stumbling in this fucking place. And it's fucking
a
chicken.
few
I
of
don't
those
know why we're working. You just make chicken. Yeah. But this guy making his badges, I really just make badges that say drugs. This goes back to that. We have said since day one, everybody's walking around with that idea. And somebody, you know what, if you want, like, hey, David, flesh out that idea a little bit more for the coffee. I'll draw it up for you, tell you the design and how it should function. Because you know what, you lose a lot too from a coffee shop, people waiting in line for fucking black coffee.
That's it. You're not
All
wrong.
right. So you need to have them a line that has black sugar cream, and that's it. And that's where they're going. No iced half cap macchiato macchiato venti on a double sliced oat wheat bread, right? We're not doing any of that stuff. That's on the other line, and that's the people that, hey, they're okay with going slow because they have complicated coffee drinks. But then we're going to capture the black coffee,
Give me coffee, I wanna
2
get to work.
creams, 2 sugars, boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom. And those people are going to be 30-second coffees,
You're
30-second coffees. And when you say 30 seconds, it's 30 seconds between car to getting it out the door, right? 30 seconds, move, and they're on their road.
You're right. And also,
you do that.
Yeah.
You do that. You're automatically right there. You're a billionaire.
And also, I want to sum up again what this guy is saying, though. Keep it simple.
Yeah, sell drugs.
Keep it simple. If nobody's there telling you can't do something, just go do it. I'm going to play it one more time just because I love what this guy had to say.
You can do whatever the fuck you want in this world. I sell patches that just say drugs, and nobody's stopping me. Just go for it. You can do.
I mean, that's great advice.
I love it. It's great. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Okay, so 2 for 2. We're 2 for 2 right now.
All right,
2 for 2. I love it. All right, what do we
I
got
don't know
next?
this next guy. Let's see what he has to say.
LinkedIn comment maxing to grow your account 101. We've used this exact process to close a little over $40,000 of revenue for our agency in the last 9 months. To do it, you simply build a custom feed of 20 to 25 people that your ICP follow. Then, each day, twice per day, open it and sort by latest. Each time, write 3 to 5 thoughtful comments that actually add value to whatever post you're seeing. Do not pitch anything. Each week, this leads to 30 to 50 chances to get in front of your ICP in a way that builds you as an authority. And yes, inbound connection requests from them will follow. Anyway, try.
All right. I don't remember how much he said he makes, but there's 0% chance he makes that much money from engaging with his network on LinkedIn. There's $40,000
over 10 months.
I don't believe him at all.
So $40,000 over 10 months. Okay, so we actually have said this in the past, is establishing yourself as the subject matter expert. We have talked about commenting on certain things to, again, bring yourself and establish yourself as a subject matter expert. My problem is that number he's talking about, the $40,000,
not true,
seems insanely low. That seems insanely low.
I think it's insanely inflated.
I'm gonna go the other way,
LinkedIn
because
go ahead.
when you are and LinkedIn, if you're having targeted audiences and you're able to, anything that they're commenting on, you're commenting on, and you're right there with them, you're replying to that specific person's comment with very insightful things. That association of subject matter expert to a core demographic or a core vertical that you're trying to reach, $40,000 over 10 months, and unless you're selling hair barrettes, to me seems wildly low. If
Well,
you have good success with this, this should be a massive,
in
because you are talking about targeted marketing,
sure,
establishing yourself as the subject matter expert.
I get
I
it.
think he should have more success.
I think engaging your target audience is insanely valuable. You should always do it, but I don't think you can honestly and be completely honest with yourself. I don't think you can honestly attribute those sales back to, or those conversions, however you rate your conversions, back to LinkedIn engagement. I don't think that's an honest way to do it. I think it's great. I think it's a great way to keep brand awareness, and I think it's great advice as far as maintaining brand awareness, building and maintaining brand awareness. But I don't think you can honestly attribute those sales. As far as conversion attributions, I think he's making up numbers.
I would not be surprised that he is, but here's what I'm saying. We have both spoke on this at length
Yeah.
over the
Subject matter expert makes a holds a lot of weight.
317 episodes that we've done
Mm-hmm.
about, becoming the subject matter expert, becoming, and basically what you're doing is, instead of lightly, you're not asking for their business, but you have subliminally, you've mind fucked them
Okay.
into believing that they need and that's been one of the major things that we've said in the past is become the subject matter expert, have people coming to you for the solution, and you will reap the benefits.
I'm a big fan of
Again,
inbound marketing.
depending on the
I
size of the
agree with you.
business that he has, and depending on it, I would say if you do this right, $40,000 is a low number. I'm going to say it to
Okay.
you.
Okay.
I'm going to say it to you.
Sure.
If you have your business and you have your flashpoint safety systems, and you start targeting certain people, you want high level customers, because that high level customer is going to talk about the protection that they have. You start targeting them, and then you comment on their comments, not just in the group they're in, but on their comments for the people that they have through. You're automatically going to start coming up, and then they're going to see the flashpoint safety systems, and then boom, product purchased. And
Okay.
then we have a person that's going to stand up. So $40,000. Now you were talking about matriculation, about how
Attribution.
that's going to the attribution, matriculation, either which way, up and down, uh, of how many people are going to carry through and how you're going to attribute. That's where the attribution comes in, to what campaign you are running at the time to get this sale. I agree with you. It really does depend heavily on what you are attributing the sell to. So I'll give you
It's
that. I'll give you that. But I'm going to say the guy's advice itself is fairly sound.
Yeah, as far as brand development and maintaining brand awareness, I think it's gold advice. I just think his sales attributions are a little. He's using a lot of gray area to draw some very blurry lines that he is that I don't totally agree with. But I see what you're both saying.
Yeah, I see.
This next guy, I want your
Well,
opinion on
come
this
here.
next guy. Let's see this next guy. I want your opinion.
Well, damn, my
I have
daughter's
some
wedding.
thoughts on this next guy. Not all of them are
You
good, but
asked me to
let's see what he
commit
says.
Stop networking. Build a cartel. Networking is for losers. Weak men collect contacts. Powerful men build alliances. What do you think OPEC
What the fuck
is?
are you wearing?
NATO.
Yeah, that was my very first thought here is like, why is he wearing body armor and no
Why is
shirt
he
underneath?
wearing like
What's
a
happening?
tactical vest?
Like, what's happening right now? Is he worried about sniper attacks?
Have we seen this guy before in the past? This guy sounds like a douchebag we listened to before.
But his advice, though, listen to his advice, though. I'm going to play it from the beginning.
All right.
Stop networking. Build a cartel. Networking is for losers. Weak men collect contacts. Powerful men build alliances. What do you think OPEC is? NATO, the Fed, Hollywood. It's all cartels with better
I would
branding.
not use that.
AI changed one thing forever. Effort and output are divorced. One man can write a prompt in 30 seconds and generate more distribution than emperors had in their entire lifetimes. That breaks civilization's old math. The internet no longer rewards proximity, it rewards leverage. Build a cartel and make it so valuable the right people force themselves into your orbit. That's not networking, that's infrastructure, and infrastructure always wins. Stop.
I kind of like his advice, but I don't care. I'm not worried about sniper attacks, so I'm not going to wear the body armor.
I don't know what the fuck he said, to be honest. He's like, stop networking, build a cartel.
Build something more important than a network. He's saying a cartel. So build essentially and this is, David, this is something you've been talking about for a long time.
1,000 true fans, raving
circles
fans.
within circles.
Yes.
I think it's not raving fans.
Yeah.
I think he's talking about circles within circles. He's talking about building very core fundamental relationships, not just networks, not just a LinkedIn network or a black book where you can look people up. Your guys in New York, you are in some very interesting circles of people who trust each other.
Yeah, I got some tight circles across this country.
You know what? All you guys are ride or die guys. When you need something at 3 a.m., every one of your guys is going to be there to show up. It's a cartel. It's not a network. It's a group of people.
As you say that, I'm like, hey, let me check and make sure nobody's reached out to me.
You know what I mean?
Because if they need me, I got to go, right?
Should I play it again so you can hear it in that context?
Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't. I don't know that I can listen to this guy again, man. I don't know. I don't know. All right. We'll give it a go.
I'm not worried about sniper attacks. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Networking. Build a cartel. Networking is for losers. Weak men collect contacts. Powerful men build alliances. What do you think OPEC is? NATO, the Fed, Hollywood. It's all cartels with better branding. AI changed one thing forever. Effort and output.
The Fed is not a federal organization. It is a
I know the Fed is not a federal organization.
It is a private organization of investors and banks.
Hashtag and the Fed. If I was ever going to get a tattoo, I think that might be the one I go with, is hashtag and the Fed. All right.
This guy may be one of the biggest douchebags in the world. So far, he's not wrong.
Ugh.
Are divorced. One man can write a prompt in 30 seconds and generate more distribution than emperors had in their entire lifetimes. That breaks civilization's old math. The internet no longer rewards proximity, it rewards leverage. Build a cartel and make it so valuable the right people force themselves into your orbit. That's not networking, that's infrastructure, and infrastructure always wins.
He's talking about building something building a private network of people who want to join your network, not just a group of guys who you're friends with, like the group, like the Illuminati. Like when people see that you're part of something bigger and they can't be a part of it, they're like, oh, how do I go hang out with those guys? How do I be a part of this thing? How do I join that private group? I mean, we are part of a fraternity that should, at least at one point in history, used to be pretty exclusive. Not now, but in the past, people were like, how do I do this? How do I join this thing?
Yeah.
Because it's valuable.
There are still people that ask me quite a bit about how do I join? How do I get in? And I kind of go over it with them. It is.
First, go to Kroger, buy a cake of green beans.
Green beans is very important. I'm gonna say this guy ties into something we were talking about earlier today, and all of a sudden my brain was like, nah. It was like, nah, E.H. Taylor. I got it. Okay, it came back.
Yeah.
Operate, function, and deliver from a position of power.
Sure.
right? That's what he's talking about. That's what he's going into here. And that's the only way that I can get my brain wrapped around this idiot is he's really, when you boil down the insanity that he's spewing, when you boil away all of the fluff, it's basically operate from a position of power. And you are going to have people seeking you out instead of you seeking them out.
Right.
Instead of you asking for customers and clients and, hey, can you please, sir, can I have some more? You're going to have this people like serving with you. You're going to have a partner. You're going to have a person right there as
Well, so
part of
yes and
your,
no. I
yeah,
think you're
it's
looking too deeply into it. You're looking for that subtext. I don't think there's
this
subtext. I don't think
subtext.
he can
You don't
mentally
think this guy has,
comprehend.
you just don't think he has the cerebral cortex to be able to have subtext to
I don't
his
think he
message?
understands. I don't think he knows what subtext even is. I think if you said the words, he wouldn't understand what you're trying to say. I think he's
Oh
literally
my God. Have
saying,
you ever seen the show Coupling? Have you ever seen the show Coupling?
yeah, it's a great show.
Oh my God. Captain Subtext. Have you seen the episode with Captain Subtext? Well, I hope you, so the one guy's like, not all of us have a subconscious. and,
Yeah.
and, you know, he's talking about putting his car in the shop and he's like, his penis won't work. It's great.
That is a great
So
show.
if you've never seen Coupling, absolutely watch it. This guy's absolutely not capable of subtext. Yes,
He is
they're
not.
subconscious.
But I don't think
he's wearing
body armor for some
a
reason.
tactical vest
I don't know what's happening.
to do a podcast.
I think what he's saying is what he literally means. I think he's saying, and what he's saying is what he means. Don't just build a network. Build something bigger and more important than a network. Build something so exclusive. Build something so unique and so powerful within your niche that people who want to be important within that niche, they flock to you because you are not just a subject matter expert. You're also part of this thing that's so big.
Yeah.
And again, exclusive. You and I have mentioned for a long time in various fields that exclusivity itself draws a crowd.
Yeah.
And I think,
you know, that was
look,
one of the
as
things.
stupid as he is, I think he's making actually kind of a smart point. I kind of agree with what he's saying, despite what he's wearing.
Yeah. Yeah. Back when we ran aforementioned organization, you know, that was one of the things was, hey, we need to make this more exclusive. We got to make it more elite. We got to make it more unique as well. And you know, during that period, the interest and recruitment into, we don't recruit, but the people, because of what we had created, this mist around it, were like, I have to be there. That's the place to be.
Right. Yeah.
Was massive. Since we left, it kind of fucked off.
Yeah, I have
So,
mixed feelings.
this guy may have some good advice. He may have some good advice.
His delivery needs
I
work.
can't. It's his delivery. Although it okay. So we talked about this. Knowing who your customer is, right? This is knowing who the
Maybe he knows
customer
his customer.
avatars,
Maybe this
customer
is it.
personas, and all this stuff. And the people that he's trying to reach, this may be the center of the bell curve for him. That's the persona that he's trying to hit.
Yeah.
If that's the case, all hats off to you, sir. Amazing job.
You're going to be shocked next time we come on the show together. I'm going to be wearing the body armor and the aviators.
Yeah. I won't. I will not be doing that. But I have to. Occasionally, we have to remind ourselves that we may not be the target customer.
That's very possible.
If that's the case, then you know what? We have to accept that we're not the target customer for him. Because anything he says to me, I'm gonna have to spend as much time as we just did trying to riddle out what the F he actually meant. And then I might be like, but he was wearing body armor, man. I mean, come on.
It's like better than Under Armour. All right, let's do one more.
Yeah.
And
All
then
right, uno más
we
y
should
por favor,
cut it out
signore.
because I desperately need what they call in the corporate world a bio break. So
break.
I hate that
A
phrase. I hate that
hashtag
term.
gotta piss.
It's the worst. So let's do one more and we'll call it a night. Unless you want to keep going with that.
Give us a good one. Give us a good. Okay, yeah. All right, you do the next one. I might do the next one without you. The one after that without you. You can go take a piss and we'll come back.
All right, we'll see. Here we go.
You can
Fire
actually
away.
get paid to make friends and attract women. This isn't unethical at all, but you're just gonna have to put yourself out there a little bit into
called a gigolo.
ChatGPT and make.
All right, hang on. I paused the wrong moment because we're gonna miss his point. I just had it like a Blue Chew or like a
This
Visor
isn't
joke.
unethical at all, but you're just gonna have to put yourself out there a little bit into ChatGPT and make a simple image that looks like this: entrepreneurs, models, and fitness, private invite list. Get on your desktop computer and run that picture as an ad on Instagram within a 5-mile radius to where you live. You are going to get so many DMs. Create a Posh account and then send the link to people that responded to the ad, selling them a ticket to a social event. And then just find cocktail bars that are in your city, say that you want to host an event with them, and then throw a party that looks exactly like this. I promise you that the results are absolutely insane. Comment the word party.
So I have a lot of problems with this one.
I'm going to comment the word retarded.
So he says, first create this image of this thing that you can put out there on Instagram and Twitter and whatnot. And then you create an ad for this thing within a 5-mile radius of your house, of your location. And then you create an account, a Posh account, he calls it, to draw people back in. Nobody's going to go to an event that they've never heard of at a place they don't care about that's associated with a social account that has 0 followers. When you do something like this, you need to create a large following first in order for anybody to care. Otherwise, your reach is 0. Regardless of how much money you pump into an ad within 5-mile radius of your location, you're going to get shit as far as response because you have the algorithm doesn't know who to market to, so it's marked to everybody. On top of that, they're going to see your account and see you have 0 followers. They're going to say, I'm not going to waste my time on this. They're not going to buy a $30 ticket for a thing they don't care about at a place they'd never go. What's happening?
Yeah. Or, hey, I go to that bar every week. Why would I pay $30 more to go to that bar this weekend?
Right.
So, there is a lot of flaws.
There are a lot of problems with
this
this one.
Now, I like his gumption. I like his moxie.
His moxie.
His gumption.
Okay, for our
His moxie,
1940s
right?
crowd here, David likes the guy.
Yeah.
I think he's smoked a little bit of the weed while doing his Blue Chews. I don't think he's necessarily in the right mindset to give good advice.
I think he thinks he's giving good advice, and it's not 100% without complete failure, right?
I think if you already have a following, you could pull something like this off.
Well, there's okay. So there's to be failures, and I'm a big fan of. Again, we talked about this earlier. Is like, hey, operate from a position of power. So creating an event, doing some stuff, having people come in, and then now you are associating yourself, or you are asserting yourself as a subject matter expert in networking. So you are no longer whatever person you were before. You are the network. You're the network guy. You're the bridge, right? So there's some limitations to that title, but I don't hate it completely. I don't hate it as much as Wes does.
I kind of hate it because it sort of downplays how much back end work, no pun intended, is involved with making something like this feasible. People don't realize how much work goes into actually getting people to attend any event, let alone paying $30 for a ticket.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's not something just anybody can go create a burner account and make this thing happen. It's not how things work.
Yeah. I work for a decently sized company, and when we talk about events, we talk about travel, we talk about things. We're doing one out in California here in a few weeks, and we're having some customers come in, and I say, hey, if we get commitment from 50 people, we're going to get 25, and then out of the 25, 15 are going to actually kind of interact.
Yeah.
So, it's and that's coming from a person with a big name, right? I don't work for small.
No, your
tiny
name and
company.
your company both hold a lot of weight. I know that
A
firsthand.
lot of weight. Yeah. My name, And that still surprises the hell out of me.
Yeah,
That
and that's not
that
kissing
my
your
that
ass.
yeah,
I've seen it firsthand.
yeah. That Leffingwell's gonna be, oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I
I'm
have seen
like,
it firsthand. I hate to admit it,
I'm
but I have.
Leffingwell. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? What the hell are you talking about, man? I mean, it's just me. It's just Dave. It's not cool. You don't have to do anything, man. Don't red carpet. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. But I don't want to step on that because
And
somebody important may need to step on that later.
And you rarely wear your monocle, so it's yeah, I understand.
My monocle, yes, indeed. So I don't hate his ambition. That you know what? That's the way I
I
want to put it.
appreciate
I
the
don't
ambition.
hate his
Sure.
ambition.
I appreciate the ambition. I think it's naive to think this would work. I don't hate
It's
the ambition.
naive it's naive to think that it will work at that level on day one.
Right. Oh yeah, absolutely.
There we go.
That's a
Okay.
fair point.
All right. So
Do
that's
you want to
it.
do?
West has to go piss.
I do.
I can't control his computer from here. So I believe that needs to wrap us up for the evening. It is
Fair enough.
11:41. So it's been 2 hours and 41 minutes that we have been doing our thing tonight. West, how are you feeling? Hey, it's 11:40. Actually, if we go to 12:01, it will be your birthday.
It
So
will be.
maybe go take your piss.
All
Go
right.
take your piss. You come
manage the
back
show
down here.
for a few minutes.
Yeah, I'll
for a
manage
minute
the
without me.
show. We'll talk, and then you go take your bio break.
I won't be
You
taking the
come back down
microphone with
here.
me. I apologize.
We all appreciate that. We all appreciate that. Go do your thing. While he's gone, we're going to talk about West and things that West has done that he may not want you to know about. I was going to see if he dived back into the scene. So you guys have heard the stories over the years where West and I have been in Ubers, in line at Taco Bell at about this time of no, it's at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and we've been thrown out of the Uber because the guy's frustrated, doesn't want to wait. And we had to hold the place, so we had to block a spot in line to get a car in while we called another Uber, because as you guys all know, they drive through will not serve a person on foot. So we had to call an Uber in to get into the car so that we could get our food that we had ordered. And that's a great story between West and I. And one of the things we really need to drive this home is the thought, the idea, the reality that all of you out there in TV land, all of you have an idea that could be the life changing, the life altering idea of a product, of a service. There was a article in, I forget which publication, about a young man who made a business. And when I'm saying young man, I mean like he's still in school and has several years to go. Made a business out of cleaning trash bins. Now, by the words trash bin makes me believe it's in Europe, but I didn't get to read the whole thing. And the moment I seen that, I'm like, I want that service. I would love to have my trash cans. I would love to have my trash cans cleaned on a periodic basis, once a quarter, twice a year, doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter. I would like to have somebody else handle that. And the young man, has a picture of him inside the trash bin, cleaning up, doing his stuff. Would absolutely do that. Absolutely pay somebody to do that. Our neighborhood alone would probably generate quite a bit of revenue if there was a person around here that said, hey, I had a junior high kid or something along those lines that was looking to make money. They could make quite a bit of money around here cleaning trash bins. Absolutely. I'm on board. And I was even more on board because I was like, hey, this feeds into the idea that we have been selling since day one, that everyone out there has an idea that could turn into an amazing business for them. That it could be a gardening. I am not a landscaper. I hate landscape. If all I had was grass and no trees and we're actually removing out front and on our side, we're removing all mulch and we're putting gravel in. I'm putting plastic and I'm putting the fabric and I'm round upping underneath. I don't want to deal with it. But if there was somebody that came around that was reasonably priced, everybody that asked us about it, they're like, "Oh, for $700 a month." I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me? I hate this stuff. I don't want to pay $700 a month for it, or XYZ whatever dollars." If there was somebody that came, "Hey, I want to come and weed and take care of this, and all I'm gonna do is spray Roundup." All right, dude, I'm in. But it feeds into the idea that everybody that's walking around has that $1 million or multi-million-dollar idea. So now that Wes is back,
I'm back.
He's drained his bladder,
The
filled
main
his
vein, as it
mind.
is sometimes called.
The main drain is empty, and now we're back at it. So now we can dive into 15 more minutes. That puts us at 12:01, which will get us into West's birthday.
You want to do some more of these things?
Yeah, so we're going to dig into a couple more of these and talk. But we're not going to wear tactical vests while
Well, we
doing it.
might. You never know where the evening is going to lead us. So this lady was on last week, and
He was on Leno.
she had some kind of shitty advice. We'll see what she had to say this time. Maybe she got better. Let's see.
Some shitty advice. Oh, this is a person we had last time. Okay.
This
All
lady,
right.
yeah, you'll remember her.
All right.
The best
okay.
ways to make more money in your career is to
Oh,
brand
fucking
yourself as a
idiot.
thought leader. So here's how you're going to gaslight everybody around you into thinking that you're a thought leader. Okay, so
first of all, she starts out by saying, these are the best ways to gaslight people into making people think you're a thought leader. So essentially, lying, what are the best ways to lie to make people think you're smart?
Oh my
or
God.
qualified?
That was a
not
lot
how
of
you
deep.
start. That's not how you start a relationship or a conversation. Hey, by the way, here are the best ways to gaslight people into thinking you're good at what you do.
How about being good at what you actually fucking do?
Let's see what she has to say.
All right.
at conference you go to, you're going to take a photo on the stage. I don't care if you actually spoke at the conference or not. You're going to take a photo, you're going to make that your LinkedIn header, and people are immediately going to assume you're a speaker, thus a thought leader. Next, get yourself on some podcasts.
Pause. Or you can be like
Assume
me
you're a speaker.
and actually be a fucking
Thus a thought
speaker.
leader.
Right, exactly. Or you can actually
and
be
have
try and
other
be a speaker.
people take pictures of you being the keynote speaker. I mean, you could do that as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
But David, why would I do that when I can just go up on stage and lie, or at least imply?
So far, this bitch's advice is lie.
That's it. Well, she started with gaslight people into thinking you're a thought leader, implying that you're not actually a thought leader, but you want people to think you're a
it's
thought
just
leader.
lying. Also lying. So then go up on stage, pretend you were a speaker. I'm sorry. How about actually being a speaker?
Right. Just be a speaker.
Those of us who are speakers, and an international speaker at that.
You actually are. That's true.
Yeah, I am. And I go to play. I don't speak a word of Spanish except hamburguesa because I know how to order a hamburger, right? Because I'm fat, right? That's a joke. But I have been an international speaker in like Hispanic countries, and other people take pictures of me, and I'm like, hey, can you send that to me? So instead of lying about, okay, all right. What other dumb shit? What other stupid
Maybe
shit
she has
she
some good
has?
stuff in there. We'll see.
She doesn't.
Next, get yourself on some podcasts. Just find the most niche, smallest, obscure podcasts in your area of expertise. They're probably begging for guests. Go on the podcast.
That's not the worst idea in the world.
Not the
So
worst
she's saying
idea.
actually be a speaker. So first she's saying lie about being a speaker, then she's saying be a speaker. So that's not
Yeah, then she's saying,
terrible.
hey, actually back it up some there. People are begging for guests. That's not untrue. Not untrue at all. Okay, so that's actually not that's not bad. I like that. Okay, all right, go ahead. All right, you're one of
And make a
three
really
right
big
now.
deal about it on LinkedIn. Next, use a tool like Quoted in order to get press opportunities. It's basically a tool where they look for people to be featured in like Forbes and Business Insider. And by the way, I was featured in all these.
First of all, I don't believe that she was featured in anything like that.
You are
but
featured
I
in
don't know
shit.
Quoted.
If you are featured, it's because you've said some dumb shit and people are calling you out on it.
I don't know Quoted, but if it is a platform that helps you get featured in different print publications, that's fantastic.
Oh, I'm looking it up right now because now I'm like, all right. So she did drop that one thing.
QWOTED. Let's see what that has to show.
QW. Who the fuck?
QW. Because QU was already taken. QWOTED. Maybe it's good. I don't know this platform, but apparently it can help you get featured in print publications.
People connect, blah, 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 create a post, yada, yada, yada. All right, cool. Century Pest. Okay, all right, cool. I'm gonna look into this. I'm gonna do some stuff and we'll see.
But if hypothetically you could get into print publications or have blogs featured about you, that's fantastic. I recommend that wholeheartedly if it's real.
Yeah, so I did pull it up. I was able to get to it, find Quoted, and look into it. I will report back if. Okay, so I'm saying I'm gonna report back next week. The odds are both of us are completely okay. Both of us will completely forget in 2 weeks. We'll still have forgotten.
Yeah.
And this dumbass will still be out there spewing absolute idiocy.
Yeah. Let's
continue on, sir.
Let's see what else she has to say.
Major publications before I even had followers. It's not that hard. Next, you're going to make a paid one-on-one consulting hour link for like $500 for an hour. Use Calendly to do this. This is just going to signal that you respect your time and that you have a
Okay, so you don't actually need to book people for a paid one-on-one, but make sure you have a paid one-on-one available so you look like you're important. I mean, there's something to be said. I think a lot of people actually do that, and I think it does. I think that the image does actually work. I don't think it's the best idea, but I don't think it's a terrible idea.
No, it's not a terrible idea, but to think that that's going to have a huge impact in growth or anything like that. I did a pro bono keynote speaker last year. Last year. Yes, last year. And they were shocked. They're like, really? You don't have a speaking fee? This, like that, and the other? I'm like, these are the reasons. And I sent them a full list of reasons why I'm not giving them a speaker's fee. I value my time wildly. If you want my after hours time, if you want, so I get paid for work. If you want my time outside of that, I'm expensive. Having 0 purchases on a website that 7 people know about because your rates are high does not grant you any leverage whatsoever. There are other people who reach out to me and they say, I want this. Can you do that? And I say, well, this is what's going to cost. And they go, oh, so we got, wait, we got to give the George Takei. Ready? All right. Give me the George Takei, West.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh
right.
my.
So they give me the oh my reaction. So it doesn't matter that you priced yourself up that high, and $500 an hour is really not that much. And that'll tell you how I think of this person. It's like you're only $500 an hour. I mean, come on, man. It's a fucking rookie numbers. You got to pump those numbers, brother. It doesn't matter if nobody's ever paid for your $500 an hour? Doesn't matter. You can book yourself at $500 an hour, but if no one's ever paid for you at the $500 an hour, there's a thing in business called the price equilibrium.
No, yeah.
And it is
So you're
yeah.
missing your point, though. She's saying it doesn't matter if people book this or not. The fact that you have it there and the fact that you're making it visible that you charge this much per hour. Again, she's going back to the gaslighting people into thinking you're a thought leader. Gaslighting. You're basically using subtle, nonverbal lies to make people believe something that is not actually true.
Ismo.
Oh, I said
Subtle.
subtle. I pronounced the B.
Oh yeah. Oh, the B. Yeah, the subtle, the ismo. Yes. Subtle. I don't even know how to say subtle anymore. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce subtle anymore.
Subtle.
I actually pronounce it subtle.
Subtle, but I say subtle.
Subtle. I say subtle because of Ismo. Yeah, okay, I get what she's saying. I get what she's saying, but I still struggle with the fact that if you have 0 purchases at $500 an hour, that means you're worth $0 an hour. Until somebody pays that, and people have paid a significant amount to get me out places, then you have value. Then you have value. But I mean, she was, you know what? Your argument holds true. She's about lying and gaslighting.
Right. That is not a great way to build a good
only a
reputation in
friend.
any
I
industry.
get it.
But if you're looking to
If you're
lie
looking
your way to
to
the
make
top,
a quick buck, if you're looking to make a quick $3, and then disappear from life forever because
if you
your looks faded at 30, whatever.
yeah, if you're looking to lie your way to the middle, then disappearing because you have a terrible reputation because you lied your way to the middle, it's great advice.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear your last one.
Yeah. I bet
Practical
she would be
hourly
like,
rate. Lastly, you're going to make some sort of
"Tomorrow is
digital
the
product.
day,
This could be a
tomorrow."
ebook, a guide, this could be a worksheet. And you have a digital product that immediately signals you as a thought leader because you are teaching.
So make a digital product. It doesn't matter if anybody buys it, but the fact that you have a digital product signals you as a thought leader.
What an idiot. Like, I bet she buys I mean, this is the type of person that buys all kinds of stupid shit. I bet she's got a healing crystal at home.
I'll bet she does.
And
I bet she
and
has
a
one of those
power
big salt
pyramid.
crystals because it's good for the aura of the room. The big
Yeah.
salt crystal
So I've
lamps.
got a lamp upstairs. I've got one of those salt lamps upstairs that sits over on Nikki's side of the bed that comes on. And I bought it mainly because I want it, because I was like, oh, that makes a very nice light that doesn't interrupt me being able to sleep, because it's, a light inside of a salt crystal that's kind of reddish.
Wait,
And so I don't have to deal with
I think they look cool.
it. Looks cool. And that's why I bought it. I wasn't like, oh, the feng shui in here
Oh,
would
my
be
current
very
wife
well
wanted one because
served.
it puts off positive ions in the room that cleanse the space. I didn't have the heart to tell her that
she's an idiot.
She should stop watching
Yeah, The
Instant
View.
Yeah.
Yes. You don't watch The View. Yeah, don't do that. Now, as far as salt goes, if you have so we have one of the float centers, and I've done that. And if you ever get a chance to do one of the float things, freaking do it. It's great. It's a wonderful time. I'm already fat, and then they put me in so I'm buoyant. Then they put me on the salt water, the super high salt water concentration. So I just like float across the top. I'm like fucking Jesus in there, right? Just right across the top of this water. But they also have salt rooms where they have super finely ground salt. And if you have a cold, a chest issue, or a cough or something you can't shake, go to your local salt room and just sit in that room. You'll be in there for an hour and 20 minutes, and then you leave. And then all of a sudden you're like, I'm healed. What the hell?
Okay, good to know.
It is absolutely. I was down there. I had a cough that I've been trying to get rid of because I'm fat. I smoke cigars. It's just a lot of issues, right? And I went, and it was like a switch, gone. That cough, gone. It's super finely, almost. It's not a powder. It's less than that. and it's just mixed in with the air, and you're breathing it in, you're getting the salt, and it's drying up the stuff that's, the I'm gonna call it the MEAC, from
Mucus?
Ernest Scares, yeah, the mucus, the MEAC. It's gonna dry that up. It's just absolutely, so it's not like esoterical or anything. It's actually like basic common sense.
Okay.
And it's been amazing since then. I haven't had much of a cough, even through the winters and the coughs and the colds and all that. They're like, no. And I'm like, I've already decided, like, if I have a cough that lasts more than just like 3 or 4 days, boom, I'm going.
Go to the
I'm
salt
going.
room.
No doubt about it.
Okay.
Go to a
Fair
salt
enough.
room. Don't do whatever this dumb bitch says. Go to the salt room, because that's I don't know what that was, but don't
It
do that
weird little
either.
pop-up. I'm not sure what that was. All right. So speaking of dumb
Yeah.
bitches, we have Ty Lopez on this next one. Let's
I
see
don't
what
know
he
what
has
that
to
is,
say.
but all right.
So here's what James
Hey,
Swan
it's
does, which is
12:01. It's 12:01. Happy birthday to Wes
Hey.
Carnahan. Wes Carnahan is 47 years old today, and brought to you in part by Viagra. Viagra for when you need to really get shit done.
It's true. That should be their campaign. They should have us write their stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Right now, algorithms everywhere prepare for a Blue Chew ad, right? Blue Chew now.
There you go.
I'm
Sponsored
pretending
by
that there's
Blue
a Blue Chew.
Chew.
Sponsored by Blue Chew. Wes Carnahan, who's turned 47, I'm right?
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right. 47 years old today. Wes Carnahan, happy birthday. It is 12:01 on July the 30th. Happy birthday to you,
Thank
yours, and many long years ahead, with or without the Underdog journey.
We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that plays out in the long run. All right.
Indeed. All right, who we got next?
All right. Speaking of dumb bitches, though, let's see what this guy has to say.
fucking genius.
This is
So
Ty
here's what
Lopez.
James Swanwick does, which is so fucking genius. He confuses people whether they know him. Come here for 1 second. Just pretend meet Elon Musk, everybody. So this is what, I'll pretend I'm the best networker in the world. That's a guy I know named James Swanwick. So he's sitting there. He's Australian, so he has a great accent, full confidence. He goes like this. Elon, James Swanwick. So, this HBO movie premiere, what do you think? As good as last time? Now you really fuck with Elon Med. As good as last time? Now he's not lying, because he didn't say as good as last time we're there. Dude, this opens anybody. It's the greatest. I've never seen James Swanwick fail. So here's what.
So again, sort of gaslighting, going back to the gaslighting people into thinking they might know you, but they're not quite sure where they know you from. Is this a good intro, or is this sort of like, once they find out
I'm not
they've never met you
100% against
before?
it. I'm
What's
not
that?
100% against it.
Okay.
I'm not 100% against it. It is, but you have to be authentic. You have to be authentic.
Yeah, this is like the
I do
opposite of
this.
authentic. This is like going out of your way to be inauthentic.
Well, I mean, yes, no. Yes, this guy is a bit of a douchebag, because he's trying for gain, monetary gain. And I would do this, and I do this I'll shake hands and I meet all kinds of people. I'm like, you remember back in Nam, we were on the helicopter, right? We're coming to the helicopter. Nam's hot. It's like, yeah, clearly, I'm in my mid 40s. This guy or girl or whatever, they're in their, mid 30s. Neither one of us were in fucking Nam. And so it's the opening up and bringing them into a story, bring them into your confidence, bring them as part of your life.
Okay, so you're saying as a
And-
unique way to be an icebreaker, it's okay.
Yes, as a
Okay.
unique way to be an icebreaker. Now, if you are intentionally, and the idea is to make sure that the other person knows that you are literally just breaking the ice. But if you're doing this and you have somebody going like, how do I know this person? Do I know this person? Then fuck off. Because eventually it's going to come out.
Right.
And any credibility that you thought you built
Right.
is going to be burned and then some.
That's what I'm saying. I think like this guy's he's playing a dangerous game along the lines of the last girl that we saw is like you're not being he's not totally lying like the last girl was, but you're being just inauthentic enough that if it came out that you're playing that game with somebody very high level,
Yeah.
once you burn a bridge or once that person has the
Once that trust is burnt.
idea, once
Yeah.
that trust is gone, it's never coming back. When you burn a bridge with a high level person, it's gone forever. With
Yeah,
average
somebody
people,
that
you
beats
can
me
rebuild a bridge. With high level people who they don't have time for you in the first place, once that bridge is burned, it's gone. It's done forever.
Yeah. So with people with me, they understand that I'm just a goofy guy. I'm just a goofy guy. I'm not here to interview you. I'm not here to make money off you. I'm here to take down the walls and I will cheers you. We will drink and we're going to chit chat about anything that you want to chit chat about. And 30 seconds after you walk away, I've forgotten everything you've said. I will remember who you are, the good times that we had. Prost, cheers, Shalanche, Arrivederci, or whatever the Mexicans say. And we're going to have a good time, right? That's it. And because I don't have that hidden agenda in there of I'm going to leverage this for something else.
Right. See, that's why what
works.
you're saying is different, I think, from what he's saying.
From what he's saying, absolutely. He's like, bamboozle them with bullshit so you can make some money.
Right.
And
that's a different
that's
conversation altogether.
That's a very risky approach. A very risky approach. You are going to get a short win or you're going to get a very fast loss.
A very fast loss or a short win because it's going to bite you in the ass very quickly.
Exactly.
Right.
A short win or a fast loss. And, so I would not take this. If you want to come and hang with me and kind of see how this is done, absolutely.
And I've seen it.
Absolutely recommend it. But you can't be there under the mindset of gain. I don't do anything for gain except to gain friendship.
And that's why people trust you. And that's why people trust you. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if this next one is a winner. I want to go out on a high note. Let's see if this next one is.
All right.
Good-looking people get paid more for the same work. Posting your enemies makes you go viral overnight.
All right. He's going through these very fast. He says 31 toxic behaviors that get you
acting
ahead.
like a villain.
So let's start. We might have to stop and start, but let's here's 31. There's a lot to go through here.
Makes you more memorable than being kind.
Let me see if I can start over.
Good-looking people get paid more for the same work. Posting your enemies makes you go viral overnight. Acting like a villain makes you more memorable than being kind. The person who ghosts first holds all the power. Confident liars beat honest doubters every time. Bragging works if you do it casually enough. Posting about how busy you are makes you look successful. Being slightly mean makes people respect you faster. Looking expensive matters more than being competent. Picking on smaller people grows your audience fast. Acting bored makes people work harder to impress you. People assume the loudest opinion is the smartest one. Saying you're built different actually works on people. Treating people like options makes them treat you like a priority. Pretending you don't remember someone humiliates them perfectly. The most arrogant person in the room gets listened to first. Hot takes get more attention than nuanced ones. Looking unbothered when you're losing is a flex nobody can challenge. Cutting people off keeps you in control of every conversation. The biggest faker in the group chat gets the most invites. Being unreachable makes people think you're important. Picking fights in Publix makes you famous overnight. Acting like you've been there before opens doors for free. The most controversial post in your feed always performs best. Talking about money makes broke people uncomfortable and rich people interested. Pretending not to see someone is more powerful than insulting them. People believe whatever sounds most certain even when they're wrong. Looking like you don't try is the new flex. Acting like you've outgrown people makes them chase you for life. People reward whoever makes them feel like they're missing out. Stop being nice and watch how fast you get respected.
So there's a lot of
guy's
cynical,
a fucking retard.
Advice. It's a lot of cynical
Jesus,
advice. This is a guy who's been kicked most of his life and most of his career, and he thinks that doing the kicking is what makes you successful. This is very,
this
very
is a guy.
cynical advice.
This is a guy that's not successful. This guy is not successful.
This is a miserable person.
This is a miserable person. Yes,
he's
I would
unhappy
agree
with
with
his
that.
life and his career.
Yep. And he's sitting there telling you that the people that have beat him, that he believes are successful, have done these things.
Right.
And the vast majority of them are absolute bullshit.
Yep.
No. Absolute bullshit. And do not listen to this guy.
Yeah, no.
Do not listen to this guy.
31 toxic
There was, I
engineers
believe,
is right,
one or
but they
two
will
that
not
I
get you
did.
ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, that I did a couple of them. They're like, it's iffy, but you got to have it in the proper context. There's a lot behind that iffy kind of situation. But there was nothing that I was like, yeah, that's good advice, because the vast majority of what we're going to call him Steve said was absolute and utter shit.
Yeah, bad advice. Agreed. All right.
Bad advice. All right, we got one more. We're going to try going on a good note.
Let's do one
all
more.
right?
This
We're
is
going to try
this
going on a
is
high
something
note.
from a
I mean, the
movie.
high
Let's
note of that
see.
one was that guy was so bad that, I mean, that could have been a high note because it was so absolutely terrible and bad.
This is from a
But yeah,
movie. I
not
think
that
this is
guy.
going to be a good one.
All right,
Let's
cool.
see this news.
Your price is too high. You have a nice day, James. 400. 550. 450. 525. That's it. Yes or no? And if it's no, that's any further communications goes right into my trash can. It's a deal. Right before I leave, what would you have paid? 600. Then you would have taken 475. So we made a good deal. Yeah. Actually, I lied. I would have taken 4.
That is not how billionaires negotiate.
That is not how billionaires negotiate. But it does play back to something we talked about earlier, which is you need the walk away energy. You need the ability to walk away.
You do. And if that's what we're trying to illustrate in this, the fuck you, then I agree with it. If we're talking about the negotiation part where like, oh, we're going to go 500, no, 400, 475, and we're trying to meet in the middle. No, fuck that. You know, if somebody comes to me and they go, and I say it's 500,000, or 500 million, doesn't matter. And they come back and go 375. I'm going to say 500.
That's the price.
You know what? Fuck off. That's the price. I'm not gonna lower. Okay, this is one of the I'm semi-famous for saying this. I'm not going to sacrifice my margin so that you can maintain your margin.
Fair enough.
Not going to happen. Not going to do it. There's no win for me in that, because the next time you're going to try to ask for that, for me to sacrifice that same margin. Yep, indeed. The race to the bottom, nobody wins.
In a race to the bottom, everybody loses. And by the way, everybody watching and listening, just so you know, the person who haggles over prices and gets the lower price, they're going to be a much bigger pain in the ass than somebody who just pays the price. They're gonna try and haggle. They're gonna complain. They're gonna be a very high maintenance client for everybody involved.
Yes. So it's your okay. So this is one of the things you have to remember when people come in and go, oh, I need a 15% discount in order to close this job. And let's say you're in channel, right? That means you're selling to a company that then sells your product, right? You're in channel and they ask for this price. Those are the people that are most likely to delay payment to you. So you're not getting your money on time. That fucks with your cash flow.
Yeah.
And you know, the statement of cash flows is a very good indication of where your business health is.
Right.
You don't want to mess with it. So offering these discounts and things like that is not necessarily a good thing. Negotiating down the chain is not always a good thing. But even if you eventually win that money, you may have to invest. Okay, not only did you take a haircut on your margin, you're now going to have to spend more money to collect that money.
Well, also
when you start
maintaining
adding
a high
this all
maintenance
up,
client as well.
yes, high maintenance client. So instead of your regional manager coming by, once a year, twice a year, they may have to be there 4 times, 5 times, 6 times a year, and on a phone or a meeting with them weekly or daily or a couple of times a week. And it's just, at what point are that how much of your business is that customer sucking up?
Right. That's it.
And you have to weigh that into the equation. You have to.
No, you're totally right. So, David, here's a bigger question.
Of course I'm right.
Do we end here, or do we keep going until we find a winner?
We have to find a winner. We got one more. Okay, we're gonna do
All right.
one more.
Let's try this next guy.
Uno
Here we
más
go.
por favor, signore.
Do you know who statistically the best entrepreneurs in the world are? Harvard Business Review did a very deep dive into who becomes the most successful entrepreneurs in the world. And the answer, it's probably going to reframe how you think about intelligence, success, and the system that most of us were raised inside. It wasn't the honor roll students. It wasn't the valedictorians. There's actually zero correlation between academic performance and building $1 billion company. Zero. The most successful founders had above average intelligence, but terrible report cards. And that pattern showed up as early as middle school. So what actually separated them from the straight A students? They hated being told what to do. They believed questioning everything was much more valuable than following instructions. They got restless when things moved too slowly. If something felt pointless, they mentally checked out, or they skipped it entirely. They wanted to create something new, not memorize what already existed. And this is the brutal truth that the education system was never designed to tell you. School rewards compliance. Business rewards rebellion. School teaches you to color inside the lines. Business success comes from drawing entirely new lines. The traits that made you a difficult student, the restlessness, the questioning, the refusal to accept things at face value, those are exactly the traits that make you dangerous in the marketplace. The system didn't really understand you. It just wasn't built for you. So ask yourself honestly, can you handle uncertainty without needing someone to tell you what to do next? Do you push back when something doesn't make sense instead of just going along with it? Are you willing to bet on yourself when everybody around you just thinks that you're crazy? Because if the answer is yes, you were never the problem. You were just in the wrong environment. If you guys want the daily structure to channel that rebellious energy into building something...
All right, now he's going to try to sell us this thing. I think it's pretty good. It's not advice, but it's like maybe some people who just need to hear that message. Who have sort of fallen into this weird. Yeah.
I was just in the wrong room.
That's it. And sometimes you're in the wrong room. What's the old saying? If you're the smartest one in the room, you're in the wrong room. Sometimes people are in the wrong room and they don't realize it.
Yeah. So I would agree with a lot of this. A lot of the stuff he said resonated very well with me because it did kind of like I'm not a JP Morgan Chase ideal person. The JP Morgan was like JP Morgan was very famous for I'm gonna have to paraphrase a lot of this. I'm not gonna take the time to look it up. But I'm not looking for thinkers or creative people. I'm looking for workers, and the whole education system and everything is based on that of creating drones, essentially.
Right. That's it.
And if you're part of a certain organization, being called a drone is a rather insulting thing.
Yeah.
But that's what it is like they don't really add to anything. They just kind of do the functions of other people. And that's not who we want in this organization. And one of these days I'll have a business as well that I'm running. And the last thing I want is a drone. I don't want somebody that's just there that has to have the box around them. They don't feel comfortable unless they have the box around them, putting them in and the box making the decisions for them versus them having critical thinking skills. Hashtag people using Chat GPT to respond to emails or create responses because they don't want to have to be tortured with the idea of critical thinking skills.
I was going to go a different direction. I was going to say people in the IT department versus people who can actually get shit done.
Or the
How
HR
many
department
times
or leadership.
have you made a request from leadership or IT, and it's just they don't have that ability to
Yeah.
understand anything outside of this very narrow scope of specifically this one thing is being asked.
Yep.
It's like the horses with the blinders. Like, this is it.
Yep. Very, very tight
But there are
blinders.
too many people. I think you and I can both resonate to this. And I didn't know you, when you were a teenager. You didn't know me when I was a teenager. But I think we were kind of both in the same boat, to where it was
Yeah.
like, I think you and I had a lot in common, to where I know I was at least the kind of person who just, I could do all the work in school. I just didn't feel
Yep.
like it was important. So I just did this
Yeah.
stuff over
It
here.
wasn't important. Yeah. I'm like, I'm going to daydream about this over here because my daydream and creativity, in my opinion, was far more valuable than the repetitious stuff that you're teaching me over here. Yeah, I get it. I'm not gonna show
Yeah.
you that I got it 15 times. F off. I
Yeah.
talked to you. I did it once. We're done. Move on with life. So yeah.
It's funny, in high school, the superlatives where they vote at the end of your senior year of high school to, like,
Yeah, I
most
didn't get any of that.
successful, most best car. I was my high school class rebel.
Really? Yeah, no.
I
I
was a
didn't
high s
I did not qualify for any of
Only
that stuff.
because
Um,
I didn't do anything really even bad. I just did my own thing.
yeah. My sophomore year, I got a 0 in math. I don't remember what class of math it was, but I got a 0. I didn't turn in a single homework paper. I didn't do a single test. I didn't do anything. I'm
Yeah.
like, because the whole balancing the equation, you got to do what's on the left-hand side, on the
Sure.
right-hand side, and so on and so forth. I just didn't do that. I'm like, if you have to do it, you have to do it, then why are you doing it? It
Right.
doesn't make sense to me. Why not just do it in your head and just drop the answer down at the bottom? And
Yeah.
it was a problem. I was like, all right, yeah, I'm fucking done. So, me and one other person, maybe two, we sat in the back. As long as we didn't disrupt class, the instructor, the teacher at the time was like, you guys can do zip, just don't interrupt class. That's it. That was the only request.
Yeah.
And I
had
did. I
some
got a
classes
0.
like that.
I got a 0 that year.
Yeah.
And now I'm in, I can do calculus and trig on a drop of a hat on certain things. In my mind, the same as I did then.
Right.
So yeah. It's just, yeah. I would lean to this guy has some pretty good advice, or not advice. He has some pretty good insights.
Just insights. Yeah.
Not necessarily advice, but I'm gonna say he has pretty good insights. And let's wrap it up with him. It's
Agreed.
12:23 a.m. So we have been going for a couple of minutes.
We've been around.
A couple of minutes.
It's been a good show.
It's been a great show. We will touch base with you guys next week. Now, I am actually in Connecticut next week, so it will have to be Thursday.
Yeah,
of
you
next
will
week.
be here next
Thursday,
week. I will
Wes.
not be here
Oh,
next
I'll be next week. That's right. You'll not be next week. You're going to be steers and queers down in Texas, and doing what Texas folk do.
I'll use that term down there and see where I end up and see where they get.
What movie? What movie? What movie?
I don't know that one.
That's Full Metal Jacket.
Steers
That's
and
Full Metal
Queers.
Jacket.
Okay.
Here
I
from
don't
Texas.
know that
The
one.
only two things come from Texas: steers and queers, and you ain't got no horns.
It has been a long time since I've seen that movie.
That's Arlie. That's Arlie Ermy, or that's Arlie Ermy out of Full Metal Jacket.
The
So,
penultimate drill sergeant.
Oh,
like
gee,
every time you think of a
Christmas.
drill sergeant, like that's the guy.
Yeah, Arlie Ermey's way. So what's funny was during that movie, not that you guys need to hear this at 12:24 a.m., but at that movie, he was supposed to be a consultant. He wasn't actually supposed to be in the movie.
I didn't know that.
He was a consultant. But the drill sergeant, I don't remember exactly how this went. I believe the drill sergeant couldn't really portray it. And the director was like, you're the motherfucker, man.
You're the guy.
Yeah, we need you. You're the guy. You're it. You're the guy. And that's how we got Arlie Ermy. And to be honest, probably one of his best roles in all of his movies ever. So to Arlie Ermy, who passed away just in time to escort Lady Betty White to the afterlife. To both of you guys, the Underdog Journey says, congratulations, welcome to heaven, enter into the glory of the Lord. And hopefully that's not so blasphemous that we get blocked out.
Well, they did travel 439 billion trillion kilometers. And,
kilometers, yes.
I'm sure they had a
Yes.
wonderful trip on the way. Hopefully the in-flight movie was good, and congratulations.
Well, in order to get there, they had to do it through quantum teleportation. They could not have gotten there anywhere else.
Well, the problem is they could have made a phone call through quantum teleportation because you can only teleport information, not mass. But that's a different conversation altogether.
Are they information or mass at that point?
That's true. Is it mass or is it information? That's it. I don't know. I guess we'll have to ask.
Until next week, we'll ask
Betty
Claude.
White. All right.
We'll ask Claude so the other people can search it up later. I've been David. This has been West. That's been West. This has been the Underdog Journey for 3.5 hours. We love you all. We'll see you next week. I'll see you next week on Thursday at some specific time. Wes and I will hammer out the details. To each and all, have a wonderful night. And don't forget to ping directly to West. Happy birthday.
That's it. All right. We'll see you guys later. Out.